Personally, what I use, I follow this account on Twitter that's just called Insane Poses, and it's just a daily kind of post redeem where they just do like every single a day, like a random stock image or something. And then so I just have like some on it. I have some bookmarked at the very least. There was one I saw was like a guy coming out like the phone, and it looked really cool. I might try that like on my own free time or in like a future stream, but I just follow that and just Pinterest. Those are your lifesavers. The album thing is like a really smart idea though. I'm not gonna lie. But also, hello, good afternoon, or afternoon-ish, evening, kind of. I don't know. It's like in that time. I'm still like the mind from like morning. So yeah, it's a little low energy at least today for me. Yeah, stream was supposed to happen at 2, and then I think I we were slowly building up more people on the line. So I kind of had to like stay a tad bit just to help. I mean, extra hours means extra pay. So I mean, it worked out well. But still, it was like, oh dear, great heavens. It was kind of, yeah, I thought I had it planned out. So I will at the very least try and get a lot of stuff done today, or at least finishing up one of the things today. So, yeah. So today I am still kind of relying on I still want to do more arting, but I'm not at that point where I'm like tired to be like, I do not want to stream it. So we'll have like a relaxing music starts up. Okay. We're gonna have like a relaxing okay, we already listened to this song. I want to listen to like a new song. You have songs you've never played. Give me the ones that I want original, gosh darn it. Okay, at some point when at least all these songs on this playlist gets like all played, I'm gonna swap over one to my actual playlist from YouTube Music, so that way I'll be able to have some variety. But also half these songs do kind of are like fire, so yeah. Okay, let's go to the main screen. There we go. Am I angry or am I? No, I'm sad. I think from the last time. All right, here we go. All right, so we're gonna try and finish this up at the very least. I don't know why you said. Oh, I don't know. I don't know why I was sad. I think I was like randomly typing and I had like the letter U. Or no, wait. It's R, right? No. It's T. Oh, it's T. I think I typed in T at some point in the chat. That's probably why. Which also is somehow my like my text. So for my typing and stuff. Which is funny. Alright, but yeah, today will be out my headphones. Today will be like a calm stream today. At the very least. I mean for me. I wanna just like ease myself in. So if I don't talk much, I don't really have much to said talk, but I just apologize. I mean, I'll find something to talk about, if anything. I mean, my mind is like a chasm of like random shit, so somehow I will find something. At the very least. And your rendering improved 10 times better now? Ooh, nice. Nice. As long as the rendering goes well, that's perfect. Okay. Okay, I think I goofed up somewhere. What layer has now... Okay, so... Alright, these layers ended up accidentally being together. Do not worry. We're gonna just erase one of them. Okay, so you and you are gonna come over to the bottom layer and just snack you in. I'm gonna try and post this on like Twitter, so this will be a Twitter exclusive thingy at the very least. So I mean, at least y'all will see it on the line here. But yeah. Alright, and then we're gonna just turn you off real quick, and then we're gonna turn you back on, and then we're just gonna erase whatever the heck is on here. Yeah, I think I was so locked into the point where I just like I didn't realize that the layer was incorrect for some odd reason. And now we have to go ahead and erase you. No. Nope. Where is it? You like where because like my should be our friends. Oh, no worries. Today's like the relaxing stream. I'll chime in. Oh, there's the clothings. I'll talk about with some things. Plus, I don't want to like it's I don't have that energy hype. So this will be a like a ooh calming kind of stream. I mean, I'll have some stories if anything. So yeah, but okay. Now I think okay. Now all the layers are now actually I think separated and like I don't think. So you were for Cotton, you were all for Shia, you were all for Kane, and this one is all for Roy. So now we can get started. Now the fun part. Ouch! Ow! I hit my elbow. Ah! Oh no! It's like tingling. Ooh! Ooh! It's like oh no! It's like a funny bone. Oh no! That's not funny at all. Oh! Thank God it's like it's my other hand and not my main hand. It doesn't help me a lot because I need my main hand for me to to put my elbow on the table. Ah! Oh, I hate that feel. Oh, I hate that feel so much. Ah. Ooh, let's see. Oh no. I hit my my elbow on my mic. I was trying to something fell on my side and I hit my funny bone area region. So it's like that part where you feel like that tingle in the like your well not the it's not technically your bones but just like the nerves that are just like coming at on top and you're just like funny. Oh no, it's the worst. The thing is the funny part is that the funny bone isn't even really your bone. It's just a nerve that just pinches betwixt your bones, but because it always happens constantly in the region area of like your elbow, people just assumed it was caused via a bone, which it's not. It's just a nerve. Yeah, it had like the weird tingle effect on it, and so it was just like I just felt like the vibration kicked. I was like, oh, great heavens. Next, thankfully, these are not this type of bones that are like super serious. If anything, if I just hit it, it'll just go away like quickly, and I'll just be like, okay, good. But it was just, it's less. It was less. I always remembered I wanted to try and always access funny bones. I just didn't know how growing up. And when I was a kid, because dumb kids do dumb things. When you want to feel like that weird pain or like weird thing that happened to you, you do somehow everything in your power to try and like get it back. So you'll do stupid shit. And so the longest time I tried to figure out how to quote access the funny bone thing, only then all of a sudden to immediately like when I'm just doing something just randomly, I'll somehow trigger all that's own accord. I'm like, why? How did it work? It's like a weird position you have to hit because you have to like pinch like the nerves like of your like in between your I don't know the name of the part of your bone is called, but you have to betwixt it like to get it and snag it. So now it's less of like a oh man to like a or no it's less like a oh man that hurts to like a god damn it, it's like an annoyance if anything else, like a very shocking annoyance. It's just like a, oh that hurts, oh my gosh. Even anything else. Okay, the bee ears. Yeah, work was a lot more busy because, well, it's the slowly coming of spring, and by that proxies back to school and summer, all within the same time. I know, it's stupid, but it is real. So I saw a lot of families are preparing to go on trips and vacations and things like that, and so, surprisingly, a lot of them are going to Florida. Like, surprisingly, a lot of them are going to Florida, which I've realized is like some have been like never been there before, and so I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, this is gonna be very interesting. for this super little thingy because I don't know, I never said this, but I've been to Florida at the very least to 3 times. Well, yeah, 3 times. One in Orlando, one in Daytona, and I think one in Miami-ish, kind of. Popular trip. Oh yeah, it is a popular trip. There's like there's like 3 places when people go. It's usually like California or Florida, or at the third place, it's like Nevada or Vegas at the very least. Because, well, one thing, uh, they have to be by an area that's near water. So that's one little thing, and it's always on the side. Or Hawaii. Some people are actually going to that. It's usually those places, considering what else? Uh, it's a body of water, ocean. So California is always gonna be a body of water. Florida is just surrounded. New York, kinda. Hawaii is just islands. That's why many. Yeah. So that's why do you think many people would go to California more? And the population like doubles. There was like a term that it was called way back when, that I just don't know the name, but it's like the equivalent of like snowbirds or like something like that. You have a bunch of people who would migrate to come to like any warmer place because they live in like the more colder regions, and so then they'll stay there for like a bit, and then once the seasons change, they go back to their mainlands. I mean, some people have like houses out here at the very least, so they have their own homes and everything. So it's like they're like a summer home or something like that, in a way. So they go to like, since a lot of people's things are in like the Midwest, from what I remember, the people will just go out just to see the other stuff, and which makes sense. Plus, uh, there's not a lot of things to do, from what I've gathered, from middle of, I don't know, the middle place without it being like nothing. Like that's, which is funny. I don't know, people own like houses for seasons. Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah, they do. People would own houses, they rent, they have their own home values, and they use it for like their own vacation home. It's maintained, they pay their own like landing and everything. People even rent their own homes just so people can use it for like the vacation purposes. Like, that's why the whole like the Airbnbs, not that like no, if you own your own, I mean, yeah, it can technically, depending on it, but as long as you have, if they have their own home, they're easily able to rent. They can do their own thing. They can pay little, as much as they can, to like the government or whatever. And so by that proxy, they don't have to worry about, overspending or underspending or something like that. And honestly, it's clever in the sense, so yeah. That's why many people are, at the moment, trying to buy their own homes, so they don't have to worry about, all the situation happening in the state, in, like, depending where they are. Okay, so we gotta find one for the clothes. There's the clothes. I don't think they had, like, a thing, but I just feel like it feels necessary to add a thingy, just to differentiate as best I can. There you did it. But yeah, nope, that's not. Yeah, but a lot of families are like going out to like other places, and it made me kind of remember back on trips when I used to. Whenever my family would always go on like long trips. In a sense, I know, mid at work. I guess conveniently this now ties into the whole thing. So we used to do like a bunch of like road trips and family things. Oh no, is one of the layers? What the heck layer is not being closed off? What layer is not closed off? Freaking the hair? God damn it. Okay. Well, too many lines and ended up like not. Ugh. Okay, what section of you is open right now? What I have to close off? What section is not open? Okay, so okay, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. God, I gotta make these lines like super minuscule, man. Okay, and then does it full closely now? Nope, that was not the layer I meant to click. Da, 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 da. Yeah, there we go. I didn't realize what rows were. Oh yeah, it's like a. This is the closest I can find in reference. I couldn't find many references. You'd be surprised. I had to go through like so much scrolling through like the media page to find it, and I couldn't. So it sucked a tad bit for me. So I'm just at the point where I'm like, if I whatever the nearest outfit that I see them the most wearing, I'm just gonna snag it. Thank God. I mean, it was from a screenshot I had to pull off, but still. Thank God I found something. And obviously, well, some of the I drew like some revealing outfits, even like off the screen when I did the whole VTubing thing. So yeah, if you don't like half what they're wearing, then you might not want to be because this is a very some matureness happening. So I don't really like. Don't be like weird. I don't have to tell you, don't be weird about their fits and attires and things. This is just me drawing. They're just drawings. It's just surprising. That some would wear, it's not a surprise. And plus, it's the bunny attire. Do you have any idea? Like, bunny suits are pretty. I don't have one, but God, I wish I had some sort of adjacent of that. Or the body type to wear that. I wish I had that in the confidence. I wish, but I don't. Nope. What does the fox say? Apparently, it just makes the sound like a hardware running. It just screams. I want to scream, but I don't want to make it sense. Just look up a fox noise. They scream like crazy scream. Like they sound like both a combination of like a cat, like just a screaming cat. They can't bark. This is light as fuck. Oh my god. They don't scream, or they scream, and it sounds as if they're like a baby crying. Well, that's that. Oh no, I know. I didn't. Oh no, I know. I now know what the fox says. Oh no, that's ugly. God damn. I need a proper skin because it's not helping with my darn. Okay, that's the closest to skin I'm gonna ever get. There you go. Isn't foxes like as well? Oh yeah, everything they sound not human, nor like a regular creature, but it's kind of funny. I think that's why I fell in love with it from middle school. My animal used to be pandas because I grew up with Kung Fu Panda at the time when it came out. So my entire things situated and surrounded itself with pandas. I made like a panda like hyenas. No. Not like hyenas. Hyenas are different category. By God, a different category. They're less I think hyenas are more closer to canine, but they're not like the same. But I used to I was like a huge panda person because the Kung Fu Panda came out in middle school, and so I was just super obsessed with pandas. I mean, obviously with Kung Fu Panda and Po, and plus I was in like martial arts at the time, so I was like a win in my colony, like a bingo right there. And so I ended up trying to made my whole personality kind of a panda. It was mixed between pandas and deers actually. I had like a deer kind of persona. Well, not a deer persona, but I was like a centaur, but like a deer, which I don't know their name of. I know you chosen. Oh man, way back. Oh yeah, you'd be surprised. Way back when, yeah, just crazy. Um, but uh, yeah, I used to be. Hold on, I gotta text something. What the heck did he send me? You're a Korean streamer. What on Twitch? Well, yeah. I was like a I was like a golden child-ish era from like a thing way back when, but that's another time for another thing. But anyway, I used to do um I was like obsessed over like pandas. So and plus I was like learning about the whole thing, so I loved that was like my whole personality. And I think I was just watching a video of funny animals at some point. I don't know where or how, but uh it was just like a video of like, I think foxes just doing dumb stuff because yeah. And so it came across to like I think it was just the noises they made. Like the person had the camera just walking up towards them and without even petting him, you can just hear like the fox just like making like the exciting noise like oh my god. Like I don't know how they went and did it, but it was like super cute. And I was like, what is this? And I was like, oh my gosh. And the second video was just like the I don't know if it was like the rescue channel or something. There was a fox that was like a person, the owner I'm assuming, was like Juniper, why are you on the bookshelf? You're not supposed to be on the bookshelf or whatever. And you could hear the fox crying like ah, ah. It's like you knocked down the bookshelf and just like and everything. And so just slowly, just like the what do you have to say for yourself? And it just like slowly rise the scream of the fox. And I was just like, this is now my new favorite animal. And I was like, oh, I don't want to play with you no more. So Panda slowly just like disappeared. Or fox trying to dig it with a blanket in the snow on the bed. Yeah, I've seen almost all of them. My personal one's like the snow fox, uh, which was the owner kind of laughing a bit and just like out of sarcasm, how the fox laughed back. It was like ha 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 ha, and then also like wah ha ha ha. It sounded like a freaking like a villain or something, or like it was like sarcasm. Or the all-time favorite. Well, I didn't drop it. Drop it. I mean, yeah, I didn't drop it. Like, I still love pandas. It just slowly over the course, I think, just morphed more and more me liking foxes. They're in my at least top 10 in animals that I like. The pandas have their own thing going on right now that I'm just like, okay, like how are we gonna save? Because y'all don't need to be saving. Y'all do nothing. And plus, foxes are like the equivalent of dog and cat hybrids, and I was a person who was a dog fan and a cat fan. That's like two worlds combined right there. Hello? Like, that's two for the price of one. I wish I had that. I wish I had that. Like, an animal that's both like the two things that I grew up having, a dog and a cat. It's like, man, I wish I had a friend who, who at the very least had like the build of the dog, who looked like a kind of Doberman, but like smallish, and like the sounding of like a cat that I've seen from all those damn cat videos constantly. And lo and behold, a fox came into my life, and the rest was history. I still have a plan one day to at least go to like a fox garden of some sort, so I can try and like, be one and pet one and just be a part of it because it looks super cool and awesome. But yeah, ironically enough, deers were kind of like already taking into place as my favorite animal, if anything else. Like, they used to, oh my gosh, they used to be pandas, and then deers overtook it over because I was learning about what a fauna is and everything. Or like a deer hybrid something, like a centaur, but not like a centaur. And everything. Uh, Alright, hold on. I think my brother wants me to do something real quick. I'm gonna be right back, actually. Give me like a hot minute. I'm gonna be right back so I can like do something real quickly. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. The situation has been taken care of, I think, at the very least. So, yeah. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yes, deers. I was talking about deers. I used to be obsessed with like kind of deers and centaur deer looking creatures because there was like when I used to be on Tumblr, but I didn't have a Tumblr account, so I kind of just used like a browser account uh to like kind of scroll. There was like an account that had like nothing but drawings of like deer, centaur things, and I wanted that to be me for the longest time on my drawing tablet. Ooh, nice. Nice. I still use the same Wacom forever. I mean, the last one previously broke, but honestly, these suckers, they like work wonders, so who needs a fancy $2,000 tablet? Or I'm just kidding. But yeah, I did like the deers a lot. So they were like, that's how I like drew myself way in middle school. It was like a half, because me and my friends did like some sort of, because we were inspired by Monster Falls, which was an Undertale, Gravity Falls AU, where all the characters just became monsters. And so we decided that we want to be monsters as well. And so I think she made herself like a vampire creature, I think. And so I just went as like a deer slash centaur thingy, halfling, a Monster Force. Oh yeah. Monster Force was like a really good AU at the very least. I just went through Pinterest and I was just scrolling through nothing but like Monster Falls stuff, and I was just like, nice. This is the stuff that this is the stuff I remember way back when in middle school stuff. Even though I was not a Gravity Falls kind of kid, somehow it was just on my timeline somehow. Because I never had cable, but it was like a good like I like monster kind of AUs where they're like the characters are just like monsterized version of themselves, and this is just coming not out of like the whole Monster Falls spiel. I'm like dead serious. Something hits about them. I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna do like a little. Okay, we already got the line out. We're gonna try and see if there's a way to do this without, it's so goofy because it made sense all the characters, and I thought myself being as like a deer centaur deer thingy would be making sense, and my friend kind of agreed because she thought like, oh yeah, the personality fits like way too well with you. You were like a very like shy, you keep to yourself type of person, and I'm like, that's true. That's kind of true of me. Anything else? And so yeah. But yeah, then Foxy just can become my thing. I think it was just because of it wasn't because of anime. I think it was just like the animal videos we were watching, and then my discovering of with the whole kitsune thing. And so my first post from what was it? From on Instagram was just me as a kitsune because I was just like kind of slowly developing it. And yeah, the rest was history. Okay, we might have to just do like the whole thing. I might just do this. And I already said my list of animals that I didn't like, kind of like in a way or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, and it was almost gonna be ponies too, because obviously MLP and things like that. Because yeah, I was like a huge like MLP fan way back when, and so I drew like mythical like myself as like a Pegasus at the time, and that was like the only like hint. In fact, I drew that like a lot. In fact, I made like an old. I don't have it with me, which sucks. It's at my dad's house, but I had an old comic way back when / book that was conveniently in my journal, my diary, whatever I had. That was just the equivalent of like of Ratchet and Clank stuff, because that was in my era of my PS loving era. even though I never had the game to play it. So I was just very into like I was into Ratchet and Clank, and so it carried me out through like high school kinda, and to this day I still like it. So I made like this dumb little AU comic of my pony Sona kind of meeting like Ratchet and Clank in a way. It's a dumb thing, but it was like the kind of thing I liked a lot because it made me like it was like a pure joyish thing. This was a personal me story, so at the very least, I didn't show like half my friends. At the very least, I didn't not the ones who I couldn't trusted, but I didn't show like half of them like what it is. I knew I incorporated them at the very least, and so only one of them was aware of it. The same one who did the whole like Dragon Ball Z combination thing with me, comic, whatever. And so there it goes. And so that was the only person who was like kind of aware. And so she drew herself like um a unicorn, and mine was like a freaking Pegasus still. I like the Pegasus thing. But the story was the fact that like Ratchet and Clank came in, I was like some sort of famous like equestrian like artist or whatever. Or I wasn't famous, but my paintings are famous enough to be in Canterlot, which at the time is considered the most fanciest place to have your shit ever be in. But I was just like a normal, I lived in Ponyville because, you know, that was just the sake of me because that's like my whole place. And one day, speaking of, I see something, oh hey, let's go. You got some final designs locked in and loaded. Now good luck trying to draw them repeatedly for 100 times, and surely nothing bad will occur. But for real, good luck. Now the fun part really begins. Or the tedious part, whichever part is like the most like stressful to some. But it started, the story with, it was supposed to be like a girl, a pony version of me who was used to being heavy into who was in the Canterlot. And then one day Luna, because she was the best princess to me at the time, was like, you gotta be warned. I use my actual name for this, so I don't want to use, I couldn't think of like a fake like horse name for me, because what I did, my cutie mark was just me with like a pencil, but because I didn't know what would be like a good like horse name version for me, I just stuck with my actual IRL name. So because it was like, that's the most unique thing ever. No, it was. No, it was. It was actually. Be surprised. I went to the generator, but the problem thing is, for real? Oh, yes. With the amount of like people making OCs and storyline based art, there is no way it was not gonna be popular. But I used it trying to actually legit come up with an actual name for my legit Sona. But unfortunately I couldn't, because I didn't know what would be a good horse name for her, because all of them were like they didn't pertain to like my talent, like in a way, because mine was like an artist, technically an artist. And so I was just like, okay, well, we'll just stick with my regular name. That's unique enough already. And so that was the name it went so far. And so the story was the fact that Luna came to my dream and immediately was like, yo, we'll just say Kit, Kit, you gotta be wary. There's some freaky, some monsters are coming to town, but you gotta like trust that they're not evil. I was like, what the heck are you talking about? I was like, you gotta make sure that they are not evil monsters. You know they're not evil. I'm just like, what? Why? And so she like slowly disappears. And so I got waken up from like some weird monster thingy. And so Twilight, who was, I think this was around then season 4 to 5, since she's already an alicorn, was like, Equestria, or no, Ponyville, or hold on, there's some noises in the Everfree Forest, so yo, don't go there. It's like very dangerous. And so everyone was just like, oh no, that's like terrible. It's like, yeah, that's terrible. And so my friend's pony was C. I think her name was, I abbreviated to JS because I think her actual name was, or her her pony Zona name was like Joker Smile. For why, I don't know, but she just picked that and I just like abbreviated. So JS was like, okay, we got some problems apparently in Ponyville. Did you hear about that the loud boom that occurred? And I was like, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, are you alright? It's like, yeah, I wasn't able to sleep a wink, and apparently there was some dumb like shit going down for real. And so I was like, yeah, that is dumb. So we should definitely like steal clear away from the forest. I was like, yeah, agree. Anyway, you want to hang out? I was like, yeah, no, I'm not feeling well right now at the moment. I'm just like reliving. And so she was like, okay, cool. Anyway, I'm gonna cause some chaos with smiles with Pinky. So laters. And so late in the night. Okay, so that's the one we're gonna keep. And we're just gonna use every other line and just convert it to black. And so one day, because I lived with my dog technically, and so where is to work to a drawing color? There we go. So I lived with my dog, and so I was like, her who was Freckles. And so I was just like, Freckles, where are you, girl? You silly girl. And it turns out she ran away to the evergreen forest, and then lo and behold, I had to like now chase after her. And we're like, what the heck are you doing, you silly fucking dog? Why are you doing that? I was like, God dang it, this is not how I want my Saturday night or whatever. And so I ran to the forest. I found her in the nearby a machine, which is Ratchet and Clank's like ship. I couldn't draw machinery kind of in a way. And so it was just like that. Cameron's in Narnia, which is N-A-R, no, it's like that. We're going to Narnia. Are we going to see the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? I think that's what's also it's called in some parts of the world. I don't know. But Pony Me was like, man, this is some weird, strange contraption. What's in here? And then all of a sudden, out from the gate, it's Ratchet and Clank, who are the designs. I forgot to draw their designs half-ish, so I was like remembering they felt based off like what was easier, and so they were arguing, and a bear came in the forest trying to like eat them or whatever, and so hit my mic again, and so I stepped out and being like, oh no, what are we gonna do? They're gonna get themselves like hurt. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna step in, I'm gonna save them. And not call upon Fluttershy because at the time I didn't know how to like incorporate her conveniently. We're incredible superhero. It's we so incredible with fictional characters they like superheroes out there. Oh man. Got it homeward. But I stepped in somehow and like defeated the bear in a way, and so I gave myself position away, and so then I come across them and like, hey, can we get help? And yeah, I'll stay with you in my house just temporarily. And so from then on it's just like a hijinks of like trying to figure out like their living situation and just like blending. It's like Where's My Alien, or like those shows where like you have the supernatural creature and you don't want no one to find out, otherwise it will be bad, it will be so bad, or something like that. Yeah, E.T. in a way. Really, I think it was just inspired by E.T. like, straight up. But yeah, and that's all I can remember much because, you know, it's been like a hot while. But if I ever get that thing or that comic book back, I will like be like, oh, now I remember all this shit. Now I remember how dumb I was as a kid. But yeah, I was decent plot. Trust me, I remembered half the stuff I made because I was like, ironically enough, it was like two things. One was the DBZ arc thing, and the other one was me, with that as well. So I a story writer I was not. I was able to literally keep tabs on like what the heck I was writing. So I can for word like remember what the plot was for my oh no for like my stories, thankfully. And plus, the thing is, the people were like actually kind of invested in the thing, in what I was writing at the time, since I was like always dubbed as uh, like the one who like is sitting. I'm the kid who sits in like the corner when PE or hits around, and or like the one who does like drawing. Like seriously, we have a game room in my old boys and girls club, and I'm always the one who goes to like an empty table and does some drawing. And so kids would, and every now and then, and some adults will come being like, "Hey, what you working on, kid?" Yeah. And I know fanfics it's like 2000. Oh yeah, well earlier, technically earlier. They're now popular in 2000s, but fanfics have always been a thing since I think when Star Trek and Star Wars peaked about. It just didn't have like a naming at the time. Well, no. Oh yeah, the the internet was not that. The internet is still fairly not that new. Some people may think, but trust me, there has been like things that have been around. People thought the oldest thing in existence was just the equivalent of MySpace, but no, no, it's not. There's like a ton more actually. I wasn't around those times, obviously, because I'm not that old, but still, I was able to like um at least see some partials of them when I had the chance. The book can be fan fiction. Oh yeah, technically. Technically Twilight was a fan technically 50 Shades of Grey was a fanfic off of Twilight. But I think that came out like right after like Twilight came like booming. Oh, did you not know that? I never watched any of those, but I was like, oh, these so weird. Okay. Oh, there's a tune fact. Okay, so I'm trying to think of an actual tune fact. I don't think I have one on my head. Oh yeah, there's a show anniversary that just came out. It's the Adventures of Ollie and PJ, I think it's called. Ollie and PBJ, that just came out around like the time. So I'm very excited for that. At the very least. It's like Ollie, it was like a Disney Channel show that just came around, and I don't know if like no one ever heard of it because it's like a very old show. But it's now 28 years old, officially. It follows these cute little otters around in like living in a houseboat like world, and it's really adorable, and I highly recommend it. It's one of those like Little Bears Franklin shows if you ever watch. But I think an actual legit tune fact, besides the anniversary, is that I think I've already said it before, but in the early days of Disney, when it came to animation, a lot of people didn't want to like use the same animation over and over and over and over again because it takes way too precious time. So they found a loophole, and by that, they just traced over their actual animations in other future references, and you can clearly see what was actually traced and from what movie essentially. Some scenes from, so big example, the dance scene from the, I don't know what came first. I'm gonna assume and say it's from, okay, the Jungle Book, the dance scene between the bear and the monkey. The same dance scene was used later in the Robin Hood. When Mowgli is walking in the forest, another film, the Magic Stone, Arthur and the Holy Stone, use that same walking animation, even down to like the dog licking him and like giving him like kisses and all that stuff. Same thing with the way all that. Don't look at me. No. It's from it's from others. There's like an entirety of video that just shows like what legit has been taken, like used, which is kind of funny, just to see like you can truly see like their laziness or ingeniousness for them to not actively, redo the same thing again. like down to the exact pacing, which is funny. Because that's the hair, that's the fear. And then we're gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna quickly finish this. It's funny, it's fun. It is smart at the time, because, I mean, to be fair, no one was gonna pay attention. People are not that of a critic. Like, seriously, no one was gonna pay attention to something that minor at the time, because they were just like, oh wow, this is some really good animation. They'll be like, huh, it reminds me of another style, but I don't think it's any of the sort. What was the thing? No. What was it? Inner? Okay. They were like, oh, it's kind of similar to this film, but I don't think it is like particularly like the same. Like, but now today, because of technology and like now like the people holding on to it, people are able to realize that, oh wow, this is exactly word for word, frame by frame, the exact frame. I remember seeing this VTuber, Loki. I watched their VOD. Oh, really? The one I'm drawing or the one previously? The one that was already finished? If it's this one, it's Shia Bun. The one you're drawing. Oh yeah, this one is Shia Bun. If anything. But yeah, this one is Shia Bun. Yeah, funny fella. Funny. No, really is funny. I just can't now. I can't watch around if like with family stuff because he'll be out of pocket stuff, and I'll be like, okay, I gotta. I will be in my room, and he'll say something like out of pocket, and I'll be like, I have to then turn down my phone just in case he doesn't like. No one like hears what that was like being played. Headphones. Yeah, thankfully I have my door closed, and thankfully I don't think no one cares. But then again, I'm just like, and I know I'm an adult and I can like listen to whatever the heck. I know my limits of what I can listen. I don't listen to nothing bad. It's just one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how to explain this because it's not like I can't just say like this is some like I can't pull like the listening to the P word. It's like a different thing, you know. I'm too say so for that, and yet I can't. This was just like how do I go about around describing this thing that I'm watching without me outing myself to be completely a freak? Thankfully, I don't think my parents, let alone like, they're like, as long as you don't like, it's nothing like graphic or bad. It's soothing, I say. So I mean that means wholesome, right? I don't know my languages enough. I think that means like wholesome. I mean, I am a somewhat ish. I don't really, I mean, I mean, really saying I'm innocent on some things. I really don't ever do anything like dirty jokes like on the fly. Like some people do. You swear though? Yeah, I swear. I don't swear like a daily. I don't. I don't swear like the daily on these streams. At the very least, they're all surface levels. I'm on the surface levels. I'm not the common people use today. And like in hell and shit and damn things. And if you go down like it's like there's someone make a stupid tier list of like wholesomeness on like cursing. I don't know from like thing. And like I do curse, I just don't care enough to do it every now and then. I do it if I'm comfortable. Like I do it if I'm comfortable. That's like my standard move. But everything else, I rarely ever do curse because I'm just like, I don't. It's not the time nor the place, and I don't feel like it. And plus, I'm in more environments where I'm surrounding with like family stuff, if anything else. So like the past jobs I had, you can't really. I mean, if you're like closing or like in a brack room, you can. But if you're like on the floor, you're talking with people, you really cannot, at the very least, drop any swears because one, that's not wholesome, and two, the people will know. And so, I rarely ever do curse, if anything. Yeah, sure. Well, like I'm not wholesome, where I'm just like oh no, I don't know anything at all. But I'm not like that. I'm not so far deep where I'm just like oh my gosh, you are very much rude. I have like a limit. I know my stuff and I don't know half the things, so yeah. Well yeah, and people swear because of there's like someone younger. Because I wasn't cursing, but it was a dumb story that I remember my mom told me when I was little, when I was like very young. I sang a song I think by Justin Timberlake, which was like I think I don't Burnt Line or something like that. It was Burnt Line, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what came out during that time, man. Oh great heavens! Oh great heavens! Great heavens! Holy shit! Oh my gosh! Is that a raid from the Darcel? Welcome to What in the World? Holy cannoli! Oh, wait, my mouse is not connected. Wait, hold on. Let me shout you out. Let me shout you out. Where's my command to shout out? Because it's not now. Now everything's now not working because I have to reset my damn laptop. Okay. But what up, Rare? What up? Happy demand to Sunday. It's Sunday. It is Sunday indeed. If you don't know me, my name is TheFireyKitsune. I do stream arts and games and rambles and such, and everything in between. So I hope you enjoy your stay. What are y'all doing? It is a Sunday. It is a Sunday. Trust me, I forgot halfway. Oh, hi, Fluffer. Hi, I hope you're super well. It was nice chatting with you. Wait, that's not... Commands, why aren't you working? I copied and pasted you. I copied and pasted you. Can you copy and paste? Can you do the thing and do the thing? There you go. There. Oh my gosh. There. Everyone go follow theirself. You was playing Ova Magica. Ooh. What's that about? That sounds actually kind of cool. Oh, my mouse working. What the hecky? Everyone go follow theirself. Theirself is cool. Theirself is trying to get to affiliate. So if you want to help another streamer out, go follow them. They're cool, they're awesome. And they really know the crafts of Rico. That stream was still funny. I watched the rest of the VOD, it was so funny. But if anyone is tired from anything, go rest, go sleep, go eat. We're just drawing and we're just relaxing, chillaxing. But today, we're finishing up drawing VTubers because I have now, I'm re-inciting back my series that I did a while ago. Yeah, exactly. Do anything that's low-key healthy. But if you want to stay here, we were just talking about, I don't know, weird parts for me to talk about in the lining. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah, I never said anything like curse words growing up, but I sang like a very dumb and inappropriate song. Well, I didn't know it was inappropriate, but then again, there's like a 90% songs that I didn't know, and kids also didn't know was inappropriate. It was Burnt Line by Justin Timberlake, or something. It was a Justin Timberlake song, and I was able to sing it word for word, and I liked that song a lot. And so I think I was singing at like my great grandma's, like at the time, party or something, or house. My mom was like sitting over and she was like kind of proud, and so our great grandma, I don't remember her name, she leaned over to her and was like, you see, your daughter sings really well songs. Does she know any like Christian songs? Like putting like do you know she knows like the Jesus and everything and all the stuff? Because I didn't know it was like a very inappropriate song, so it was just the way how she like worded it. I was like, does your daughter need like Jesus and shit? Like what the fuck? Why are you did a thingy. I was like, why the frick are you like teaching her this? So and it was kind of like, it was very, very funny, if anything else. It's like, because here's the thing, there's like so many songs, and I'm not the only one who was like, who's like dumb enough. So many songs from when you grow up are like are now inappropriate, but when you was a kid, you sang them so much. Like I was talking with like a coworker of how like many kids songs that we thought were like fine and we sang them out on like the playground and everything. We didn't know like the actual meaning behind them. Like the Barbie girl, um like I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Like that's like and that was everywhere as a kid. Like that was everywhere as a kid. Like let it the right. Like you never knew like what the actual context of like the song was until you're older and you understand like the lyrics and everything until you realize like oh shoot that's what it meant. And so like with Barbie girl, I liked Barbie, the girls liked Barbie, we all liked Barbie, and so like we sang that. And there's like a Just Dance that was for kids that had that. I don't remember which version. Until like later, when you're older, you realize like, oh no, it's not a song about Barbie, the girl, the toy from 1967, I guess? No, it's about a girl who just is like win to the men that can't do jack shit on her own. Which is messed up. Going, oh, sorry, just caught me like a mid-rant of like somehow like songs we didn't know. But we're doing good. We're doing art. We're drawing VTuber art right now, or I'm bringing back my thing of me VTubing arting right now. So we just finished where is it? We just finished Cotton. We're just doing Shia, and then we're gonna do like the latter two later of drawing tonight. So I'm redrawing VTubers again. But we're just chillaxing nonetheless. Hope you're well, mate. How are you doing? How have you been? It's like a good Sunday. I swear this time is like making me forget half the things. Okay, so I think the line art is good, so we can now just line art everything. Alright, let's go to phase color mode, baby. No, that's... God dang it. Look at Garfield. I love Garfield so much. Apparently they're actually developing like a soon-to-be TV series for Garfield. After so long, they're gonna really... They remember his IP. Paramount remember they had an IP for him. And so they're like, oh, let's do something with him. Like, now y'all remember? Like, I'm a ride or die for Garfield, man. You have no idea. That carried me. The Sunday comics carried me through middle school. Like, something was going to teachers. I don't care-ish enough because I don't really watch Family Guy, like, enough to be like, oh, this is sick. If anything else. I remember I was just in the era of, like, season 1, 2, 3. There was, like, a couple specials that was, like, my auntie made me saw because she was like, yeah, let's watch this. Like, oh, okay. Just don't tell me. None of those shows. But I never, like, cared enough on some episodes at the very least. So, I am surprised that they are doing a spin-off for a character, even though they technically had a spin-off for Cleveland, which apparently didn't go that well enough from what I gathered now seeing. So, I hope they don't really bumble this up. Because Dooley is one of those characters he's way more iconic than Peter himself. So, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna scoot to you. Alright, we're gonna have to just move you over. Maybe they learn something from that show. Yeah, maybe they can, but then again, I don't know. Sometimes they're gonna see the money works. If anything, I don't know. The bigger thing is I don't know if McFarlane's gonna be like, is gonna be like writing and or directing the show at the very least, or is he just like in the background? Because that's why people think the current Family Guy is, because people think like, oh, he doesn't care much. It's the writing called shit. It's gone downhill, but he doesn't write. He's not a He's not a writer. He's more of the voice actor than of his own show. He stepped around like a couple seasons. I don't know if he takes full control, that'll be good. If he doesn't, well then, and hopefully the people know enough about Stewie and they don't play into many of the jokes that he had over the course of the series. Who's to say? There we go. So now we're just gonna do dish. Oop. Good shit when it comes to a term show. Yeah, that's why there's like a shtick is one thing, but if you're gonna use the character, don't like immediately overdo it. Like, if you know it's funny, like obviously there's some moments where they're like, you gotta develop like the funny like over the course. If you use it way too much, it becomes less funny and more of like an annoyance. That's why some like catchphrases and shticks from like early shows still work well because they use them sparingly or it's part of the formulaicness of the show. Is that the right song for the shade thing that I'm tripping out? Or I'm tripping out. Yup. This does not look right. I don't think this looks right-ish at all. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the pink. I like the pink better. Yeah, do something exactly. Why do you think like there's so many like running gags and shows to this day that run super well with their shticks? Because it's funny and they know how to play it out. I'm not now I know I don't claim myself as a comedy genius or a comedy master or comedy like whatever, but it's all about that I am an art student. And there's one thing that you have to know is timing, and that's practically it. You gotta just maintain that timing and it will work. God damn it, I don't know his freaking... The eye color. Fuck, I have to go out. Alright, cool. Enkai! Hi, Enkai! Kidnap me for my job. No, I wish I could. Jump into the TV. You'll be safe with us. No, I'm just kidding. Don't smack your face directly to the television. That will be not good. But how are you today? I hope you're super well. I mean, besides the jobbing and everything, but I hope you're super well. Yeah, come along. It's one of those, like, images from, like, well, I don't know how to describe this. Like, come to the other side, there's more people and blah, 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 whatever. Okay, I'm trying to type in the name without me actually trying to, like, because I don't think it's not gonna hear. They're not gonna immediately show, like, okay, it did, thank God. But we're just relaxing. We're just drawing right now than anything else. It's the one John from flexing. If anything else. Oh, work well, Viva. Okay, I need to find another reference because I don't have eye color because I don't know what it is that's to say. So, uh-oh. And I have the very garbage poor quality of a screenshot, and I don't think that's gonna help my case. Okay, there is an eye color scan. I'm just gonna screenshot this real quickly. I can like, there we go. Even like old JonTron. I don't think I've ever watched JonTron until like now. I mean, the only thing I now heard of him is like all the dumb stuff he did. But I did watch like the only thing I did remember watching from JonTron that kind of like made me like a semi-aware-ish was his what was it? Kid Nation video. It was Kid Nation that I saw. And oh my god, it was insane. It kind of weirdly got me now into the Kid Nation then, which is a very funny I watched the entirety of the season. It's all free on YouTube, by the way. Pretty sure. And my God, it's so stupid as ever when you watch it. It is so bad. It's so dumb. And if none of y'all don't know what Kid Nation is, well then, dang, strap in. It's the equivalent of survivors, but it's just kids survivors, where all the people are kids. Everyone's a kid, and they have to survive in a town for 40 days and 40 nights, like Jesus in the desert. Ironically, I'm now realizing that's basically what it is. Wait. I think I just realized my sentence after I just like finished saying it out. But it's all a bunch of kids and they're trying to survive with challenges and things, and it's their task to like make banana zizzy or whatever, like good or whatever. Otherwise, they're like falling to like to tyranny. It's like a weird psychological like kind of thing. Like we're trying not to be like the old world. We're trying to be like better than the people outside. Spoiler alerts. Really not. Really not. Like a discovering of like a lot of like elements within like the first range of like thing. I don't want to say them on here obviously, but like oh my god, you like it was not pretty. It was very funny though. If anything else. Oop, that's too white. I think I need a darker color. There is a part where I don't know what episode. I think it was the part where they were like the question. Well, it's like the question: will kids make a civilization? Yeah, it basically is that, and the answer is God, no, they cannot. They're to some, yeah, they can survive on their. They can survive if anything else. There's some kids who are like bright enough to be like, we can't do this stuff. We gotta be better than the other people. They're able to like survive it. But fucking Taylor, God, I hate Taylor. All my homies hate Taylor. Taylor sucks so much. Like the thing is, there was like an AMA where some of the kids from the series were like, oh, ask me anything about the show and premise and things, and they realized that there were some like subtle like relationships that were forming, but they were just never caught on camera. Two, apparently diseases were kind of spreading. Three, one of the kids drunk bleach, like the actual bleach stuff. So they had to be sent to like hospital. So yeah, they were supervised because they weren't able to do the things. They were just like, yeah, it was not that good. It was not that good at all. Oh yeah. And there was also like situations where like people asked, there's a person, Taylor, in the show who was a leader because she was like a beauty pageant queen or whatever. And someone asked, I think, like, hey, is Taylor just as bratty on like out of camera as she is in the show? And I think the person was like, yeah, she is. She essentially is like the same thing regardless. So I'm like, okay, that makes me. So she was just like, she was just raised for like troubled parents and things, and like she was fine at the beginning. I don't know what occurred. I think it's because she lost her status of like being like a leader. It's like if I can't be a leader, goddamn, no one's gonna be a leader. And just make everyone be like, I'm gonna make everyone like hate me. Oh yeah, it was crazy. The funny part is that there was like some people who were rooting people. The show kind of made like I think one of the kids, like Greg, I think his name was, like the antagonist, because of how he plays differently, and he was like 15, so he was like I think the oldest of the kids, I'm pretty sure. And so they always make him like the antagonistic of the series and being so far and him being like actually no wait, there was a part I do remember. It was during like the shiny star giving away thing. So it was the part where they were like who deserves the star? Some people were voting Greg. And then one of the girls, they were sisters, was like, can you give it to my sister? You see, it's her birthday coming up, and so it would mean a lot to her if she was able to like give her like a gift or something. And so context, like, and so that seems sweet. Oh, Jester and things like that. And then obviously the people were like, okay, what do we do? Who do we give it to? And so they obviously gave it to the little girl. And the thing is, the smash cut to Greg, because he was legit trying so hard the entirety of the series. He was like, that's such a stupid thing to give to, like, a kid for, like, a star. Like, why does it matter? Everyone has a birthday. The star is supposed to represent people going to, like, helping out, and he was actively was trying to, like, be better. Here's the thing. But he made, like, a weirdly good point. Like, everyone's birthday comes around. Why does it matter that, why does it matter that she deserves all the special? They treat like it was such some, like, special thing or whatever. They're like, it's kind of, I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but, like, yeah. He's like giving me full exactly, exactly. And so Greg had like a reasonable crash out of anything else. He was just like, yeah, no, it makes, that was BS. And I was like, and obviously dude won something, but everyone hated him for like a good while until he got on the counselor thing. But there's more like stuff out of in the show if you want to watch it. My favorite out of context bit was it was the episode where they were talking about like religion or whatever. And no, I don't care what you celebrate as long as it's not like, you know, like evil. But like we accept all religions. We don't care. I don't push agenda. Don't push my agenda. Like I'm cool with like any religion. But there was an episode where we were talking about it, about like the kids trying to figure out like how they were supposed to do like services because a lot of kids had different backgrounds and things like that, yada yada yada. And so that was like the big like twister hanging fruit. Like, do we make all of them celebrate the same religion, or do we make them celebrate their own? Like, oh, travesty, mystery, whatever. And so there was a part like in the opening scene where there was the two girls walking, and they were like just like a unprompt like, hey, do you believe in God? And so like without a heartbeat, I think the other girl was like, oh, I stopped believing him like a long time ago. I was like, oh my god. It's how she like she didn't like skip a beat. She like had that like all the ringers like, yeah, no, I stopped a long time. I was like, oh my god. That's funny. It was like really funny how she like said it too. And so like that was like the best like out of context. So like it's maybe how some kids say something insane or something freaky. Well, here's the thing. Kids can believe whatever they want. If anything, as long as it ain't like I said, bad, and by that proxy, you know, something that could harm, they can believe whatever. I don't really care enough at the very least. As long as it's not evil. They could believe, they could not believe. I had like a friend who technically was like an atheist, I think, ish. Or they didn't really care enough about religion, if anything, so I'm just like, alright, that's fine, that's cool. So I don't care what they believe, just don't be like very, you know, just be mindful. Ooh, I almost moved like my entire thingy. Nope, not the materials. Clothing. It's supposed to be underneath here. Why is it open? But that was like my funny like out of context bit. And from the show, you can slowly see like the transformation of like from Greg being like the antagonist to Greg being like the realest kid ever, and Taylor's descent to being like everyone hating her. And by that, like no one liked her. Like no one liked her. Like there was like a not a subreddit. There's a like a tier listing thing. I'm not joking. That had a bunch of all of the contestants on the show, and they ranged them from like really cool, like semi-cool, like okay, like meh, what was it? Like demons, and a specific one that was like, screw Taylor, we do not like Taylor. And here's the thing, she was 9. She was like 9 in the show. But people hated her that much. Like she had her own like category. And the thing is, you might think, oh, did she get better? Maybe she was a kid and thing and blah blah blah, she probably got better. I thought so too. Turns out she didn't. She didn't get better. So yeah, she was just like this. She still is a brat even on before. So yeah, yeah. Just like very crazy. Oh, what's that? Well, yeah, she's a beauty pageant kid. And if I Well, I don't know nothing, but I do know if you're gonna put a pressuring on type thing where you're gonna put kids to put pressure on, like to put makeup, see how they dress and fit, and then like really to become like a bratty child. When they were a kid and then when they grow up, I think I would see why and how this would come of age and how this would happen. But yeah, it was just like very crazy how it like. And the thing is, Kid Nation was supposed to get another season, but because I don't think it ever did like performed off of that, they never were able to obtain that ever again. So it's like a one-time thing. I mean, if anything, people were like, I want a version of Kid Nation, but with teens. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea in the sense, and I don't think that's a good idea. Because if we're gonna have Teen Nation, or we're gonna have like a story focused around teenagers, do you not know how worse that will be with like teenagers? I mean, there was a semi version of that in I don't know the name of the program, but it was like an old like show channel that had it. But I feel like it will be very more conflict because if you think kids are ruthless, teens are equally more ruthless, if not more scarier, because they will not hold back at all. They will not hold back at all. Yeah, I think that's all the layers I did colored. Okay, so we're gonna try and like separate layers for the glasses. Yeah, it's so weird. There was like a time where like reality, how bonker bananas reality TV shows were, and people will do somehow stupid stuff for money, and no one will bat an eye. Definitely, I don't think I will never be fit for reality shows. In fact, I'm the type who is like, who immediately is like, I think I'll be the first one to be booted out because I watch Big Brother, um, a lot of times with my nana, and I know how insanely catty people are. Like insanely, like no one likes the nice people in the shows. No one likes the niceness of some of people. Big Brother's right. Big Brother is like a really good show. I remember watching like a lot. We stopped halfway because I think cable, and I don't know what cable it is on my TV now. But Big Brother is like such a good show in terms of like um. Okay, so I think that's. I keep hitting my microphone. It was a good reality show. It made me realize, like, man, I don't think I'll ever be fit in like what was essentially like at the time the hype house because everyone is very mean. Yeah, yeah. It made me kind of realize I didn't like drama shows much. It's fine to some point degree, but it's not like my thing. Oh shoot! Right, this is the wrong layer. Oops. Go back, go back, go back. I thought I did the right one. Okay, so it should just be the glasses, right? Alright, now it's just the glasses. I thought I did use on this layer. There was one reality show that I did remember watching that I actively was like, that terrified me. Well, it was a reality show slash, like, I don't know. No, it was a reality show slash Halloween theme one. And I remember I was obsessed with it, but I was also terrified of. It was called Who Done It. It was a show that used to be on I think Sienna. No, it's not Fox show. I know that it's like it was very like I can't remember. I think it was on ABC actually. No, it was called Who Done It, and it was a show premise about 12 participants who were entering and living in like a haunted house or like a regular haunted man or a mansion. It's not haunted, but I think it kind of is-ish. And so over the course of every episode, one by one, every player quote unquote dies, or they like go out in like some horrific way. And the thing is, it was bloody. Like they showed like the descriptions and everything, like via snake poisoning, archer through horseback riding on like a horse and everything, like drowning, like quote unquote drowning, like like they even show like a slow motion of like a character trying to like who got out the bathroom and got sniped through a window with a slingshot. It was like a very like it was that. And hitting her face in the tank and then drowning via like that. It was brutal. And so over the course, the Hero series was like a who was the real murderer the whole time? Who was the one who masterminded the whole spiel, whatever, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so it got to the last series, the last ending, the final episode, where uh it was to 3 contestants and like the one who runs the mansion home place. And so the man who's running was like, "Oh, by the way, you think you're gonna do this by yourselves, or I got some help along the way to help you out." And so he was able to bring out like the ghosts of like those who were like killed in all the different the games. And so the costume design did really good as they make them all legit. They look like how they were like kind of killed off. It reminded me ish of Danganronpa, of I think the Hope arc, where it showed like the characters of the people from the game who were like kind of gone already, and like the vision of what they looked like trying to confront, which is kind of clever. And it was a really trippy show. And so it came to like 2 of the contestants, and it was revealed to be, I think, I don't know their names, but they're like, "Oh, I'm the one who was the setup." And you can see like the different shots of her. And so the only way to win the game was to quote arrest her, and that's how it went. Like it was the weirdest show I think I've like ever saw. It was terrifying to my core. Like it actively did scare me, and yet I ate that. I ate it up. I was like, man, this is some good food. And honestly, at the end, when the person collected their money, the people come down and they're like, "Oh, congratulations, you won!" And you can see them like, kind of like congratulating to the person, like, "Hey, you won," and all that stuff. I'm just like they're just cool, content with that. Like, was the whole thing like a stage thing? I don't know. It was like that trippy. But I loved it. I loved it a lot. It was such a good show. It was a great show. Like, oh my god. It terrified me to my core, absolutely. But still, great show. I don't even know if it's like part of it. Oh, you're lurking? Oh, lurk well. Happy lurking. Yeah, there's used to be like reality shows used to be like kind of coolish, but none of them are really like hit now in terms of like these days, because they're just like they're all just like doing like the ridiculous. Like, actually, the closest reality show that I remember watching, and I don't know why, was Fear Factor. Fear Factor was a show, and I remember so much watching. Like, me and my mom were obsessed with that show. We were like we always put like an idea like, do you think we're gonna survive if we were on Fear Factor? And we're like, and she was like, obviously no, like no way. I don't think I'll be able to. And yeah, obviously it makes sense because hell, the show is like insanity. It follows like 4 people, and basically they're just going off like normal common fears. They do 3 rounds, and so they have to do those in those time constraints. And thankfully they are able to like survive because they have like a medic standby just in case. But people are like doing all willing for this for money, to put on the line their own life for money. Why? I don't know why, but they are. And I think I missed a thingy on the sidey. Oopsies. We're gonna try and draw that. Where is it? There it is. Like a chain or something. But I remember there's a part, I think in Fear Factor, where it was a segment for like doing like the fear challenge or whatever, and one of them was just like a haircut. One of the person was able to like eat something gross. Another person was like a haircut. And the third person had to do the haircut. And because she loved her hair so much, she was willing to not go through. Now obviously haircuts and things are like not good. I think in fact the thing was supposed to be like it was supposed to be like a buzz cut. So all the hair was supposed to be gone and like no trace of like human ever or hair on the head. And obviously I'm sitting here like, okay, that cannot be like, that is a good fear, but seriously, hair grows back. Hair is a thing that grows back. You're seriously gonna walk away from that? And she did. Apparently, she did. She walked away from it. And like the next competition, like it followed like immediately. The person who had like the haircut, she was rocking a buzz with like a design on the side. So I was like, you see, you can rock a buzz. You can rock a buzz. But to be like, I don't know. I was like, that was crazy. Okay, now I think we got the lighting completely done. What was this? Oh yeah, it was the glasses thing. Anything? Is there a way I could just move the mouth a tad bit down, or is it gonna look ugly? Yeah, what other crazy reality shows did I remember watching when I was a... Oop, I messed up. I remember when I was like a tiny-ish tot. I mean, Hell's Kitchen kind of counts as a reality show. Thankfully, some of the episodes are like free on like the tube. Oh my god, Hell's Kitchen. My god, Hell's Kitchen. It like changed me as a person so much to my core. In terms of like the premise. I already told my story of how I went to a Hell's Kitchen, and I thought for the longest time I was gonna be Gordon Ramsay. Obviously I didn't, but it would have been cool. But it was very interesting to see how like for the longest time people thought, oh, Gordon Ramsay, he just sucks as like a person and things because he's just like a very rude guy. But it turns out like he's not rude. He cares about people. He just doesn't want to see, if he ever runs like a restaurant to someone and he wants them to be like super civil about their placement, he wants them to be understanding like kitchen life is not like your mama's cooking in the kitchen type beat. Because people will, you gotta like run a successful business. You gotta know how to run things and the grills and everything. So if I ever want to meet Gordon Ramsay, I would love to be like, sir, you would inspire me. You almost inspire me to welly, which I want to still make a welly. One of these days I want to make a welly and provide for them because my god, they are delicious. I understand now why the people are like, don't pick them up. And they're right, because they're just so damn good. They're so good. 10 out of 10 would eat again, like forever, if I had the chance to do it. Okay, now we're gonna do the thingy and then we're gonna... Is it one N or two N? I can't tell. No, it's one N. Yeah. There we go. And I want to do the whole gradient thing again, so we're gonna do another. And where is my brush? Where's the brush? Brush. Oop. Accidentally closed it. I was trying to get to the pausing thing because I was like, are you still listening? Yes, I am. Yes, I am still listening to my musica. I was on another round of TikTok again, and so I found like a very funny uh video. I think I'm now on Christian side of TikTok because oh my god, I'm now seeing like someone made like a parody of like POV every kid from Sunday school ever part 2. And so I saw it and I was like, oh my god, it's too real. Because they had like the same exact choirs, the same exact like tone and everything. And so it was just like, you know what, that is like we all went to like the same Christian school. Like what the heck? Like how on earth do we like relive half these things? We all went to like the same the church or something because they had like the same like the song and like the different like dance for it was the youth choir specifically, and so they were like this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, which is very funny. Like yeah, I remember like in Sunday when my little dress and pants and being like scared on the mic but too brave to like sing my heart content. I just only remembering like the small bit. I'm just like it's like oh man, that's too relatable. Okay, see, now the mouth makes it way better because it was like so high up for some odd reason, and I was just like, it was irking me. It's like, duh, this looks not right. Ew. Okay, now we're on the face part. We're 3/4. We're 3/4. We gotta order these. So, you're the body, you're the fur/hair, you're the face goes to the bottom. You're the clothing attire, and you're just the big ass hip. Oh shoot, I forgot the Oscars are also happening. I completely forgot about that little detail. I don't know who actually is winning the Oscar spiel. But I know from my timeline that these apparently Markiplier's like he didn't win anything. He didn't win obviously, but he's just now sitting in the directors, and everyone apparently on Twitter is like throwing their hands a fit, a scoff, and being like ah. Why is this YouTuber out here in this prestigious of academies for content? How dare he? And my mind of me was like, you know, the reason why he's there is because he made a physical movie, right? That was in the office, in the boxes, that was funded independently. Like well, hello? And people were like upset apparently that some YouTuber were like made a movie spiel or whatever. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, he made a movie, he's a director, of course he'll be in it, and he made like so much money. Why are you all being complaining? Stop it. And so I'm just like, that was I was like insanely like I was like maddening to witness. I'm like, he's not just a YouTuber. Dude had made, in fact, before even the Iron Lung, he has made other cinematic-esque like skit videos in like the past. In the early days of YouTube, he did like collabing with like his. This is gonna date me or date y'all. I don't know. The Sonas, the Markiplier Sonas and things, where he had like we cannot forget Darkiplier / Damien or whatever. Are you gonna say like he does not deserve the acting he did? Hellos? Like, hello? You're gonna say that was like dog water? Or his entirety of a blank with Markiplier, a date, a heist, and like the series conclusion of the in space would have you see from obviously gradually gotten better and better and better over the course of time. And so you can clearly see that it's good. And so people are like so upset like a YouTuber is like somehow in like the runnings of like some prestigious film where like, Your Honor, didn't Flow outclass all of y'all's, even though it's like a film made by an independent one-man studio that was not made by AI. Shout out to Flow. Watch it. It's so good. I cried. So yeah, it was just very crazy. And obviously, I have a bet, and I don't know, somehow, without the talk of K-pop Demon Hunter, somehow that's gonna win automatically as like the best animation film of the year, whatever, because you cannot tell me no franchise has grown that exponentially fast in months. And like everyone likes the song, everyone was streaming said the song, everyone was dressing up, the fan art was crazy, the lore drop was dropping, everyone was like wanting to just go to stores, like merches were slowly coming out. Like, hey, even when I was like in my old job, people kept asking like, hey, is there K-pop Demon Hunter stuff out yet? And I'm just like, no. And dude, it was the point where I didn't even know about like its own existence for like a good bit. It was like everywhere. So if somehow that didn't win like a film of the year or like the or something, then that would be crazy to like imagine. But I have like a gut feeling I have like a chance to win. There you go. But hopefully whatever goes on, just I don't know. But then again, Twitter's gonna be like Twitter, and they're somehow at some point gonna complain about something occurrence of happening. I don't care enough about it when it comes to Oscars, if anything else, because I'm not the type to be like this is my favorite like actor, the actor, whatever. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Is that the cape? No, that's the tail. Was the cape? Cape up top. Cape up top. In fact, somehow I feel like Golden might win, like a song or something. I know the ladies are the singers for Huntrix are gonna be there. I don't know if that means if they're going to, sing anything or yeah. What else happened within the week? Oh yeah, it's also March 15th, which is another meme holiday. We're getting a lot of meme holidays back to back to back this month. Like seriously, it's if you don't know, March 15th is in a sense canonically in the Fairy Odd Pairings universe, the day not only Crocker's birthday, but also the day he lost his fairies, which is kind of funny to see, because I saw nothing, just like the March 14th, I just saw nothing but everyone, like, everyone, hi, don't you know what today is? It's March 15th! And, like, every comment and was like treating us like it's a real thing. Like, this is not a code red. This is not a code red, y'all. This is a very serious situation. It's March 15th, y'all. We gotta run now. It was like very funny. If anything, I was just like, oh man. Oh man, it was funny. It was funny AF. Okay, so these are like kind of Diamond E-ish. These are Diamond E-ish. We know he has gloves, but we can't see it, so technically for the sake we'll just put some line in the sake that yes, the man is wearing gloves. Nope, that's not. Nope, that's not. This is very weird for me because I usually have like the normal body parts drawn because this is just me drawing normally with different layers with different numbers. I'm just like, oh boy, this is confusing AF. I would go at my time to actually, label them, but I'm just like, I don't feel like doing it. I just don't wanna. Okay, so and then, okay, if I'm right, this is clothes. Nope, that's tail. This is inner clothes. What else? What else has also happened, I think, when this fan will be... I mean, there was not much from between today and today, so I don't know what the heck happens. But I am very, we are a tad closer soon to Tamagotchi, Dream Island, which I don't have a Switch for that, but by God, one day I will, with the money that I will one day earn, I will solely buy that game just for me to play that game specifically. But god dang it, I freaking love Tamagotchi Life so much. I think I'm the only one who really, well, I don't show it or tell enough, but I really, really love the Miis so much. I don't know. Customization. I think that was like the biggest win for Nintendo when they made like the Wii, when they made like the freaking Miis. Because character customization is the one thing people love. They made a whole channel purely just for character customization. Like, you had me hook, line, and sinker there. Like, dude, I would be on, like, no joke, the Mii channel for hours. Like, no kidding. I was on the Mii channel for hours. I constantly was on there all the time. And every time I was like, because I was trying to make like so many characters. Like, I want to make my dog. I want to make my whole entire family, and I want to make my dog. I'm also gonna make like my favorite characters so they can also interact with each other and like play with Wii Sport and Wii Sport Resort. I want to make them interact. I want to add my favorite content, like YouTube celebrities and blah 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 blah. I like so many things and people. If I had my Wii still now, my original one, not like the one I bought, and oh man, I would have imported so many content creators now with this vast knowledge, but I can't, which sucks for me. So now it's just forever lost until I actually figure out my actual original one. But still, we'll never have one. But I think I did at some point have like a couple of content creators. So I remember I had like in the wild west of early YouTube, I had, I think, a me version of PewDiePie, I think Mark, Jack, I think I like the Game Theory, Matt Pat there when he was still wearing like the host and everything. Who else? What else was there? I think I had like somehow like a version of J&J Animation of anything. But it was like I had like so many. But, and then like Wii Sport and Wii Sport Resort was like another thing that was like, oh my gosh, I need to play, because like I think the Wii Sports is such a fun game. I'm just more upset that like I never done the boxing part because I used to have a because for the boxing you need like two of the controller bits, and so it was like the little grooving bit because of my never me having, okay, we ever heard this song. because I never had like the little second controller. I never was able to do like the boxing bit, and by that proxy, I was never able to do the like any other like the games like right after. So I never did like the canoe. Well, no, the canoeing was like one-handed. I never did the like archery, the cycle one, the other cool stuff, and I was just forever stuck with like. I mean, I was cool the other ones. I was content with those. I was like always peeved I wasn't able to do them. I was like, God damn, Sid. And then Wii Sport, I remember there was a trick that I used to do that I discovered accidentally when I was a kid. So this doesn't count for like a tune fact, but this is just like a random like game fact. So in the tennis, when I used to, they had in the tennis segment, you had an option whether or not to include yourself or to fight against you're the me version of you, or like freaking NPCs and level up from there normally. A lot of people don't know this, is that when you're there's a way to like incorporate yourself without you being in the game, and you can just watch like a normal tennis match. Like I'm being for real. So when you go to like the menu of the Wii tennis bit, there's a section where you have like obviously the players. So there's a way you can just get rid of all the players and just make it yourself, or make it no one. And so you can press start immediately, and you'll have like a round where it's just NPCs, like just NPCs fighting for you. And so you can go, because of that, you have then the power of free-form camera mode. You can move around in the game. You're able to like actively see like their movements. You can go behind them and everything. You're able to like okay, I think this is how it goes. You're able to like see like the free-form camera mode and everything. And it reminds me of one more later for like the belt, because I realized we need like a belt because we don't have like a belt. And everything. It was so cool, and no one knew about it. And the thing is, I came across like a TikTok. I was like, did you know about this like cool hack? It was just basically what I just described. And I was just like, oh yeah, I knew that. Obviously, I did it like for giggles because I was like bored one day, and I was like, I want to just watch like a tennis match, but with me's. And the first comment I saw was like, what? That was a thing? I didn't know that. And so I was like, wait, did legit people not know about this little tidbit? I thought it was like a common knowledge in like the me community or something. But no, not a lot of people knew that little tidbit. So I guess I was just like the few of the ones who discovered it, I guess. Or it's just like, yeah. But it was a very cool, like, something fun, relaxing to do something. But yeah, if you somehow ever across a random Wii and a random game of Wii Sports and a random controllers and everything, now you know what you can do. And just have fun with it. Yeah, what other cool game? I remember playing a ton of I mean, Wii Sport Resort was like my one game I played, I think, 2, 4, and back, because that was the most like ultimate game. The sucky part is there was no way to incorporate an NPC type battle situation where you can play. The best game was obviously like the samurai. No, it was the island fall, the plane levels, where either you're skydiving and or you're like skydiving and you're like plane flying and everything. It was like the funnest thing ever to do. From when you had like the Wii and everything, like my god, I'm so upset like they did tend to like discontinue it and like everything. They had like a simple premise. You knew your formula, you know the people, The closest we have now is Tamagotchi Life, because it now looked like the Mii's, kinda. But like, you had a way, you had the formula to make it work good. Like, what the heck, man? Hopefully one day we'll have like the return of the me somehow in like some way. Or like some version of like me or the Wii 2.0 or something. Oops. To be. In fact, I think it was like because of the me, I think I love like my love for customization type games and channels came into play. Oh my god, there's another one? So, I already told the story, but what else? I never had a DS, but I always played like Face Raiders, Space Invaders with like my old Boys and Girls Club. So it was like a silly, stupid, fun game that my friend had. So if you don't know, Face Raiders is a game where you take a photo of your own face, and with that proxy, you're able to like convert your face to be like an enemy of sorts, and you have to defeat yourself or defeat another object in order to win the game, which is super cool and fun and collective, if anything, because like, whoa, I didn't know I had to fight myself. It was like some sort of metaphorical. You gotta fight yourself to discover the truth or whatever and things. And that was me like it. So a kid always brought it, and so he was like one like, hey, y'all want to play Face Raiders? And was like, you bet, yeah, we do. And we always go around. The thing is, you don't technically have to take a picture of a person's face. You can take a picture of random objects and it will still give like the motion. Like because of how it was like placement, you took photos of like random things and it becomes a face. Whatever, I digress. But we took a picture of like randomly everything and anything and anyone. And so we came across a little segment point of where we're like, let's take a picture of our janitor. Now, he was a very sweet guy, and he didn't speak much English. No, well, no, he spoke English enough, but he's the type to where like he'll say more Spanish and everything else, and then like than anything else. When he's like, um, yeah, he spoke more like Spanish than English, but he just did it around the kids because he was like, whatever, the kids like me. But he was also old. Keep that in mind. And so, um, because I was a janitor, we went up to him, took a photo of him, and we're like, or no, we went up to him and was like, hey, can we take a photo of you real quickly? And they were like, and he was like, oh, sure, okay, whatever. And so, um, we took a photo of him, and so we decided to defeat him in the game, not him IRL, but him still. And so there's a segment where once you defeat the enemy, they have like a little like effect where their hair becomes like a frizzy afro. Cause you know how in like some modern cartoons they'll have like this effect where like, oh, I got defeated, or oh, I got a shocked. And immediately I was like they got like little weird affecting or whatever. And so I was just like, we were like, ah, yes, that'll be good. And so we ran back to him again. Same thing. And we were like, hey, check it. We gave you a fro. Isn't that cool? Yeah, my guy was bald. He was bald. And so we were like, we thought because if we defeated him, he would give him hair. And so we were like, hey, let's give you hair because you're. I bet he was not even thinking about that. He probably was just like, hey, cool, that's awesome, I guess. But like, honestly, it was very, very, like, you couldn't hear his heart breaking, but he was just like, huh, all right, cool, congratulations. But yeah, it was like a very like funny kind of like ha moment. And every time I listened back to that, it made me always feel like kind of upset. Like years later, I'm like, oh my god, did we just like accidentally fold like an old folk because he had no hair? Like accidentally. I was like, oh no, that was terrible. Of anything, and to this day, I still cringe. I still cringe at that little tidbit. Thankfully, I'm not a bully, obviously. And that's not who me am now, but it was not even for bullying intent. We were just doing it for the funds, and because we just really like the me games like too much, surprisingly. Okay, so the hair and the cape and everything, like 99.5% of the clothing are like kind of similar to each other, so we don't have to really worry about like the coloring as much as I can. So we're gonna do some mini effects just so we can make it like not, uh the one thing first, we have to get all the main color frames out the way so we don't have to worry about like I want to goof it up. Where'd it go? There it is. My goodness, 99% of this is like thankfully just this color, so this makes this like a tad easy on me. Oh dear, messed up. Well, actually, let me check just in case on Twitter who actually did legit win, because I don't know if. Because I bet, like. Oh no, actually. Oh, there is actually the winners list. They just posted all the. Are they done with it? They posted it? Alright, well, I guess. Unless they did loads, we'll soon know who are the people who won if inevitably does load, because it just takes like a hot ass while for it to ever do it. Yeah, but and then that's the thing, and then we'll make the blue, the diamonds, because yes. All right, so oh, it's happening live. Oh, they're still doing it. Oh, so they're not technically. Okay, so at the very least, K-pop did win legit because it did actually like win. So if timeline and everything, that's like already appearing like crazy. So yeah, it was kind of obvious. It was kind of obvious. But hey, congrats to the people who played, who were in the film and everything. Kudos to y'alls. I thought I made this so that way the layer could be also on top. I thought I did that. Well, I gotta make sure the cape goes directly over the top of here. $15. There you go. Oop, oop, oops. Too big. And then oops. And then there we go. And then we erase to get rid of this. My only problem when it comes to some Oscars is how they don't really ever I saw like a trending thing where okay, no, it wasn't right now. A while ago when it comes to like animation films and animated features being part of the Oscars, they had like a cute little segment where they always incorporated like the characters to be interacting of the film as some sort of like to show that they are really real people, they are really there, and they're really living all this stuff and blah 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 whatever. It was very cute to have them like legit animated segments to kind of show off their features and like their personalities and things like that. However, they kind of stopped halfway because when they show the characters, they're when Shrek 1, I think when it came out, 2001, 2002, I don't know. They had like a thing where they're like, they cut to Shrek. It was actually him in the audience, and they had like all the other characters who were also appearing during those time. So it was like a really cool like thing to show. But the animators went out of their way to animate all of their segments and make it look real. And when the characters were presenting awards, they had a little segment where like they animated. I don't know how they actually do it, but I'm assuming they have like a jumbo screen covering the original design, and they just pretend that they just have them like kind of pretend that obviously they were there, and really, yeah, obviously they are. That's kind of cool. But I don't know if they did it for this one, but I really, honest to God, hope they do at some way form like incorporate it in a way, because like it'd be nice to see like in the situation where they're like, yeah, these rules, and then plus you'll get the kids to be like happy about it, because they'll be like, oh my gosh, it's the people from the film that I watched growing up. Like, I don't know, that's just me, I guess, being a wishful thinker person, I guess. But bring those back, please. There we go. So I got the shoesums, and so yeah, blue. Let's get the blue. Get on the blues. So at the very least, I'm gonna look at the. Hopefully the awards go well. There's no drama, but so far I'm seeing on my timeline there's not many drama spiel happening. Except just the amounts of K-pop Demon Hunter stuff. So, hey, look at this. We're as people, we're being civilized. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so now we're in this. So now we're gonna try and do the layering part of just getting everything completed. I think the music also stopped, so I'm gonna check just in case. Did you pause? No, you didn't. Okay, now we're just gonna zap. Alright, now we got them all in. We just get them all in, and then and I think this is also complete. This is either like one solid color or oh no, it's a gray? I think it's a gray. Unless it's such a shadow and I just can't tell. Oh, I think that probably is just part of the thing. So that was part of the cape thing. Ah, okay. It was part of the cape, the outer, and so that was like the little segment tidbit thingy. Also, okay, I legit don't think I was able to talk about it, but holy cannoli, what the heck was going on in the Chainsaw Man fandom? Everyone has, I've never seen so many people mourn for something crazy. I'm not in Chainsaw Man, nor let alone watched it. Besides like the 3 episodes that a streamer had because of the sponsor. But I've never seen this much grievance in my life for this. I caught up to what essentially did occur and happen, and because of, you know, Twitter to be Twitter, they already showed me like what the heck the story happened. So spoilers, you don't want to know about the ending. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna just outright say it. Obviously, but this is a more like the abridged version, so what I say, high chance, might not be correct, but I've just gathered it all from what I've seen from everyone. So apparently Denji died, like he died, like died, and so the biggest thing was like the fact that uh Pachita was like, or the Chainsaw Man, like Demon Foley came back and was like, Denji, you goofed up, stop thinking with your dick. I'm gonna be in a world that does not, that I don't exist. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, dang. That's the abridged version of it from that one sentence. And so we don't know when the next, I don't know when the next chapter is coming out, but apparently it's gonna be like next, I think it's next week, but it'll be like the final. People are dividing themselves if it's gonna be like the quote final chapter, or because the series is coming to an end pretty fast, and so people are like, is this the final ending of Chainsaw Man, or is it like a ha goofy joke, whatever, and it's actually gonna happen soon? It's not gonna be the finale or whatever, because there was some hints and everything that's like, oh, it's a different ending title. It says something different, so ooh, technically it might not. And I'm just like, I feel like it's probably at its end. For why, I have no idea. But honestly, when I even way back from when I was learning Chainsaw Man, obviously, people preferred him. People liked Denji a lot at the time because he was like, oh, that's just he's so me. Because like, oh man, he gets girls, he gets to have a demon power and thing. But the thing is with Denji, what sucks is the fact that dude's alone. He's not a morally good person, if you want to really think. Like throughout the entirety, from what I remember, he has a heart. He knows what is right, but he kind of self-sabotages himself in a way to where he's like, he's chasing another something after another something after another something instead of being happy what he had. And the thing is, he could have himself a life where he could have broken free. In the beginning part, I was hoping he was gonna like realize Makima was like tricking him. I mean, he realized it, but like even from way back in the beginnings, a part of him was like, all right, I did this thing. Now what do I do? Now that I've already completed, what do I do now? And so he kept chasing like that, like a finishing, like not real goal that never really like occurred. And so he kept constantly was just like, he kind of felt unsatisfying at the very least, every single one. So I was like, oh no, that's not good. That's relatable to some people. Like, because here's the thing, you can dream. People like to dream. But he kind of felt unsatisfied because he really didn't like care about hiding the secret, if anything. It was more of the sense like, if I reveal myself as Chainsaw Man, I can get famous. That was the reason why I revealed myself, because that way I'll be able to handle it. Even though latter half, he never had like a chance to go to like a normal school or normal nothing. So his egotistical self his egotistical self is kind of showing a bit. It's showing a bit. And so I understand like as to why, because no, he is still 16. I'm not gonna dunk on him for being like oh no, he's being selfish with his dreams. Dude, we were all 16. We all had that one point where we were like selfish in something. But this is less of like a selfish thing and more like he's just being destructive kind of way. Because like I don't think he cares enough about anything, because what Pochita revealed at the end is that no matter what, even if Denji had the chance to have like a normal somewhat life, he had like a roof over his head. He had some sort of like, you know, a relationship with some people. He's able to like at least go to school. But because he was so unhappy, he kept chasing more and longer dreams and thinking like, if I get this one, then I'll be happy. Or at worst, he's content with just scraping the bottom of just like whatever gets him by. Because like, look, as long as I have this, I'm fine. Like, I don't care. Like, he could have ran away with Rez. He could have ran away with Rez. Like, there was a chance he could have, and have a chance to live somewhat normal-y or normal-ish. But he was more content with just living. I mean, yeah, the people there are good, but it's not really satisfying. It's not really like, you know, it doesn't really help, if anything. So I'm just sitting here, like, huh. Like, that kind of sucks. So hopefully, obviously, like, with how it ends, I have a theory that there's a chance that since Pochita like ate himself, I guess, from what I remember, from what I think happened, there's either a way he either would go A, like because the ending part ends with him and like well Denji in like the beginning of chapter one of the little thingy. So either he goes back and everyone like is reincarnated as like actual people and no one is like dead, and by that proxy, everyone can live like a somewhat normal life. Or B, it gets cuts to immediately where everyone is living a normal life, everyone is fine, but Denji does die, and so by that proxy, because apparently he had like some weird heart condition. It's Chekhov's heart condition. Because I think at some point, someone pointed out on the site that like Denji made a mention of like a heart, how his mom died of a heart attack or something. So I'm putting two to two together. It's probably gonna be nothing, but I'm just figuring out that might be Chekhov's final way to end his remarking life. Which it sounds sad, but man, that's a good way. And because of that chapter, everyone I've seen on Twitter is going like 8 bananas and is like upset. Like it was that bad, dude. It was the point where one of the artists who was notoriously does like silly meme but like very horny drawings did an animation of just Denji being alone. I'm like, holy crap, you got him to like you got this man immediately to fold. Like no one was safe. Dude, I wasn't safe. It was depressing. My god. So whatever happens. Honestly, the series is kind of cool, and it kind of, from how it was written, it was like there was no way gonna make it a happy ending. There was no happy ending. It was gonna be like at least bittersweet or like depressing AF. There was no way it was gonna end super like, and they all live on the Rainbow Bridge, kumbaya type beat, whatever. Okay, and apparently gold was also on the shoes? Jiminy Christmas Christ, this man is drooped the frick out with gold. Okay. Okay, so I think it was like around here. The gold was around here-ish, on the heel-ish. Let's pretend this is like the front foot. This is like the front footing. Yeah, I even saw like the voice actor for Denji was like reacting to this, to like the ending part. It was just the emoji of the sad crying emoji. It's like, oh my god, you even got one of the BAs? Dang! This is gonna be very interesting to see how they're playing out with this. And by that proxy, now I have to like, every time I scroll my shorts, there's somehow it's just one, Chainsaw Man like, hey, did you know about this? Which I don't. I'm like, oh, I don't care. I don't care enough-ish, but I care. Well, now I have to, because now at this point, Death Battle doing a fight with a Chainsaw Man character. Rez her name, I think. Rez is her name. And, what's, with Bakugo, which I'm like, funny enough, a meme, a very meme fight occurrence, which is very, very funny to me. So I'm like, we kind of started off from a meme. That's the reason why I think they did it. Which I'm sitting here like, okay, so I know the win to lose streak. I know what happens. I know at the very least at some point, within the story, like I think Bakugo might win. I don't have proof, but something. I was doing like a calculated math in my head and just seeing how like it was going around, and so I have a theory of that he might possibly win the fight, and if he does win, congrats. He hurt enough women. If he loses, he got beaten up by no win situation for him. There's no winning for him. He's perpetually stuck in emotion. If anything. It's kind of funny. Kind of funny. Oh yeah, I think there was also like some. Yeah, we shall see. Maybe one of the days, if I don't have work, we can do like a reaction thingy to it and just be like, we can just post that little segment-ish clip is to like, well, I don't have a second channel. I don't have a second channel. Where is the line? Where's inner? This is inner. Oops, I thought I... Okay. Like, where's inner lining clothing? There we go. There we go. Oh, wait. No, I was trying to make them, like, the same color as this. Well, it's already the same color. Okay, so I think it's every single thing I was able to color up. And we're gonna have to do the thing and we're just gonna have to like make these all mesh into a layer. And to see how this works. Where is my thing? I did the best I can. I did the best I was able to can at the very least. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting. Oh, Control Shift I, E to erase. There's my, and then where is the this? There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, now let's go to the part where we just have to get rid of the light. We're almost done. We might end off after you at least finish this. I wasn't planning to making a cartoon like screenshot because I was gonna make like fake screenshots. I have an idea on what I wanted to do, but I don't think we'll do that tomorrow if God heavens if I'm on time tomorrow. God heavens. So let's see. This, 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 this we get rid of. And the face. All right, that's all the layers that we need to do. And then just make them all squares. Convert to drawing color. We're gonna have to do a thing because apparently I think he has. I don't know if he has highlights or if it's just the shading of the hair. I'm gonna take like I'm just gonna take like jump and just add like a slight darkness to like some of this. I'm just gonna add some in the hair. Yeah. Thank God I'm not doing like proper shading if anything, because oh boy, this would have been like. This would have been terrible for me. Well, I have to deal with the fact that some of these are not going to be like lined up immediately. Or, oh, this looks ugly actually. Actually, you know what? No shades. And now I'm going to do the cover just like slowly and surely with my soft brush. Get them all. Get them all. Okay, I think we are good. This is the most complicated design for you to draw because oh my gosh, this I was trying so hard to simplify this. It was so hard. I did my best, but oh my god, I feel like there was like a 1-2 things that should have at the very that needed. But I'm like, if I do the finer stuff, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. I think I would have just lost everything. I mean, like, ugh. Oh my god. Nope, that's not the right. This layer. Where's soft? Where's... Oh, it is. Why was it small? What the heck? I thought it was just on like a regular mode. Why would it get on like soft mode all of a sudden? What the hecky? Okay. So, yay! There! He's done! Oh my goodness gracious, we're almost... Oh, one more. I'm gonna post this like right after, I wanna drop like immediately, I'm going to post this immediately, and I'm not going to look at it until like the next day because I don't trust, because I know how embarrassing I feel just like a random ass tag, and then like they're not going to see this. I highly doubt they will see this. If they somehow see this, wow, cool. That's awesome. That's amazing. Thank you for seeing it. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Ooh, let's do blue and gold. Let's do a royal ass freaking. Let's do a royal blue. Or what was the blue that Bob Ross's use? Ultimanium? Ultitheism? Ulta something. That it was like something. I don't know the name of it. It was like a very rich like blue or something. It was the blue that all the teachers had to make us use in painting classes and everything. It was like ulthenium blue or whatever. We gotta be mindful because yeah, that just I just realized that yeah, okay, we're gonna have to like alright. How no, we're not gonna apply. Where are the other layers? No wait, where are the other okay, we gotta make half these like hella big because oh my god, this is or at least move the freaking lettering, Jimmy Christ. Okay, so we're gonna move this quickly to the other side. I'm gonna make sure that they're all like highlight at the very least, so they're not gonna be all like. Because I know the problem is with the backgrounding. The problem is the fact that this is my roof not at my doorstep. What the heck? I just heard my room just a full charge towards my freaking towards my okay, these are the ones. Towards my door and just stopped for a bit. I was like, what the heck? What are you doing? Hello? I never ever let that sucker in my room because my beds are like low or underneath my bed too low to where if it does come in, it might actually get stuck underneath it. Thankfully, I already like cleared it off. I don't have to worry about, hello, there's something not supposed to be here. And so, where is it? There we go. My bed's at the point where it's like it's low, but it's too low to where I can't reach it underneath it if it were to get like stuck or something. Well, thankfully, I swept my bed already and like underneath and everything with like, so that way it won't have a chance to have that to, you know, you can get stuck underneath forever because once it's in, it's gonna be out and it's gonna cry. Dude, it's back at my door. Oh my gosh. Olga, get the frick away from my door. It's... You can't hear it on my mic, but it's... Oh my god, it's like actively at my door. It's like, I want your precious trash. I know it's in there. Oh my god. Is it dead in front of my door? No shot. Why? Why? It's like... No! okay. Yeah. The mom took Olga away. Mom took Olga away. And by that, she was just at my door, and then she went to sleep. She just went to sleep. She went to the garage. She's taking her now like little power nap and everything. I'm just like, oh my goodness gracious, that is very funny. And she went back there twice. She's like, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Oh my gosh. So let's get ourselves. Nope. In terms of eye, we get some gold. There we go. I'm gonna start doing this for now on and just like add like a gradient somehow coloring thing to it because it'll look very nice, I think. I mean, obviously, I think if I remove the background, it's gonna be like, nope, that was just the background. If I just remove this, it's like, is it visible? Okay, yeah, no, it's visible. We just gotta make, ooh, might have to make like a yellow. We might have to make like an actual like yellow version. Oh, we're just gonna sweeping you up and just make you. There you go. No one surely else has that coloring thing. Alright, now we're done. Woo. Finally. Onto the... Wait. Okay, there you go. We're on to the final one of the evening for... flight. Smack my face. On the final one of the evening. Let's thank crikey. It took so body is there. The hair, and the ear, and wait, hair, ear, and tail. That was a mouthful. Will be on the top-ish, so let's smack you up all the way to the top. Oh wait, no, that was body. No, body goes on the bottom. Hair goes on the top. Okay, so what is also, where's face? This face? Put face on bottom. And then this is inner clothes. This is now out of clothes. Alright, that's cool. Alright. No, I put it out of boundaries, not out. No, wrong. I gotta use the E to erase the hard one. Okay, so now this is the body. Surprisingly, even though I said I was not gonna have any, I was not in a very yap talking mood. I'm somehow was in like a very like yap talking mood, regardless. If anything, so that's very. So I was able to at least yap away if anything else. I know the minute I like the minute I like sleep, I'm gonna like zonked out and rest because oh my gosh, today was like it was so much traffic. Well, I mean, to be fair, well, not traffic as like traffic in terms of like people shopping stuff. It was more so because it was like the weekend and because where I live, not much to do around, so it's either when the holiday kicks in or it's like an actual like the thing where people are like, finally it's time for us to play, it's time for us to get out the house. And like the freaking like it's like a once in a blue moon type thing, like once every so often on like this event on this day or whatever, you're gonna have to like you get to go out, but after that time you have to go back to your tower again. Like, my gosh. right, so far it's so foreign. Alright, the hair is apparently like the tail's part is like coming out thing. No, get behind tail. You cannot do not peek it out. Do not peek out this. No, don't. And it has been like a while, so I feel like hopefully I was able to get out some of the details right. But don't worry, these are like this is technically, I mean, besides like out of three, this is my first ever the fan airing for 3 of them. So it'll be, this will be alright. This will be alright. Yeah, there's a family who apparently they were going to space to Disney in Florida. And so I had to be like, oh my god, you're gonna have so much fun out there. And I'm gonna say this right now. I feel like Disneyland Orlando is like way better than Disney or Disney World Orlando is like better than like California's like Disneyland. Because Space Mountain, that's like the only thing I'll say. Space Mountain's like the coolest thing ever, and they had like way more like interact game segments where you can like interact with like the audience and everything else, and I loved it. Like California Disney don't have that stuff. It sucks, and I don't like audience participation. That's not like a thing for me. But if I somehow get roped into it, then that'll be very, very lovely. But I was telling them about Space Mountain, and I was like, oh, they had like some questions for me, like, oh man, do you like any like, apparently the newest ride they have in land, or no, in world is the galaxy, regarding the galaxy ones. I didn't know I had a new ride, because obviously it's like a hot while for me. So I was like, I know I've heard of it, I just didn't know it was like, I thought it was in California's. But I told him like, go to Space Mountain. You will have like the best time. It's way better than Disneyland's version of it, because it was like a double. Well, no, it was Disneyland has like a double seated thing. Or World has like the seat where it's like a single file line, so you was able to like be all kind of separate in carts. I remember when I went to Disneyland in California, I went to Space Mountain the first time with my family, and so I was very excited. I was very nervous. I wasn't a fan of loopy-loop rides, so we went to like Tomorrowland. They're like, okay, this seems safe. Space Mountain, this seems something for like everyone could try out and like have fun and do. And so I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And so, context, my brother was like not really like conscious, but he was like tall. He was tall enough to ride the ride, but he didn't remember what happened. And so I sat with my dad. And my mom sat with me. Or no, my mom sat with my brother. The reason why is because she looked kind of worried, because she was like, is this ride safe for him? To be honest, and the people were like, oh no, he's tall enough. Don't worry, the bar's not gonna fly away if anything. He'll be fine. And so we were just like, yeah, he's fine. Don't worry. And so then all of a sudden, like, we went on the ride, and it went normal. It went super fun. And because of that, the Space Mountain became like my one tier, no matter what, best ride ever to get on type beat. And so I was like, oh my god, Dad, can we go on it again? He was like, heck yeah, we're gonna go on again. You wanna get on it again? And my mom looked like she has saw a ghost, because when we turned around in our carts, we saw my mom's hand over my brother, over my brother's like safety vest thing. You might think, oh, did it come off? No, it did not come off. In fact, it was secured. The thing is, because he was ish smaller, so he had some movements, but he wasn't, he didn't care enough. He was just like he didn't care like at all of the ride as a whole. But my mom was worried that like the danger of the ride, that he somehow like flew off because of the high speeds, if you will. So she was just like, no, I think we're good. This ride is very much good enough for us. We're just gonna go off because I don't trust him on that ride at all whatsoever, because my baby could fall off. He didn't. He was like, he was barely like kind of think conscious, because I think he was spacing out at Space Mountain, and so my mom was like, we're not getting on that ride ever. And so my dad and I was like, all right, more time for us then, as we just want to like again. So God, it was like a very funny core memory, if anything, of just like, because the thing is, the people were like, don't worry, he's not gonna fall off, and he didn't. So it was just a part of the overprotectiveness of a mom, just being worried about their darling just being like hurt and whatever. Oh right, there are like things and charms in the ears. I almost forgot about that little bit. We have to like put like a different separate layer, because I just realized there was like rings on them. Here we go. And I think that's all of the things to draw. Whoos. All right, let's do the final bit of coloring, and I'm going to call it off. We're almost at the end game, gang. We're almost at the end game. Game. Ugh. In English. Ugh. And for once, look at that. No extra linings and everything. Oh wait, I think I put it in right. Okay. Now let's try the thing again. Okay, so now it's... No, it's the line. What's open? What is open? No! The tail! Oh my god, I thought I had it. I thought I had it. God damn it. God damn it. Okay, okay. Well, now we got everyone. Now we got everyone. Now we got it. Got it. Okay, now the Steel Ball Run's coming up soon. Steel Ball Run, the part 7 of the JoJo anime. I cannot wait. I am gonna be locking in when I like sit down and watch it, and be like my first time in a while time binging it, since I'm now going to it, I think, kind of blindish. If anything. Ooh, that's not a race. We need a race. Sensei, what the frick? Where's the hole? Where's the missing hole? Where? It's not. Come on. Grr. Grr, I say. Grr. How the heck is it gonna... How dare you? How dare you make a hole in the shoe while I was trying to fill the whole silhouette. How dare you do that? Rude. Okay, and so now we're gonna do the whole thing. And so now it should so hopefully there we go. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I could color pick from the actual reference that I did from the actual artwork. I just realized instead of me going out my way and like color trying to recolor color code pick again, I could just use the original art since that was the first time I drew him. So I can be like, oh, I can use those same colors. No one can stop me. Where is the there it is. Okay, there it is. Where is he? There it is. They already have like all the similar color adjacents that I use. I can just really just copy and paste them easily. Like a true artist can. Or does, I guess. I don't know. Oh wait, I just realized this needs to be cleared. There we go. And then I'm gonna do this a clearing, because star. Oops, shit. I think this one also has like a gradient thing, like the other one. We're just gonna wait until the end to do all the little fancy schmancy tooly stuff. Thank you, color coding pick tool, so I can be able to properly get all the colors that I need. Just in case, I gotta double check, just in case. Oh, nope, let me do that. Okay, yeah, it was the same colors at the very least. Yeah, okay, that was the same colors. Forgot how much it was just similar to like and so yeah, that's the shirt area. And so I think that latter part was the vest, I think. Okay, yeah, that was the vest. So this was the outer part, and this part was just the vest. So then we just color these, and then bam, 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 and then just bam, 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 and then bam, 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 and everything there, bam, 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 bam. So obviously we'll just make these, I think, the same coloring as these because these are the sleeves. There we go. And there we go. Oops. There we go. Oh god, the Roomba's back. Oh god, the Roomba's back. Is it gonna come to my door immediately? Survey says yes. Yes, indeed he is. You bet your sweet bippy this darn Roomba is like gonna come towards me. Oh my god, why is it just coming towards me? Stop, Roomba. Stop, please. This Roomba really wants whatever the heck is in my room. Newsflash, Woody, I don't have nothing for you. Unless I actively like once open the door, but right now you have nothing. I don't want a Roomba in my room. Fun fact, I don't think no one cares about enough to be like, what? Aruba's name is Olga. So if you might think, is that a person who like how they? No, it's our Roomba. Our Roomba's named Olga. I don't know who. I think named it. I think it was my mom who named it. Why? I just don't know. But we have Olga is a Roomba. If anything, I was at some point legit gonna get like googly eyes and just calling her to just show, because she loves that creature so much. You have any idea? Oh my god, Olga is like the type to constantly, and I don't know why, get into like terrible situations every time. Seriously, we don't know. I don't know how it keeps getting underneath the bed. And the thing is, you can tell it's like needing something because it has like a little like cry button or function or whatever. Like, you couldn't hear it on my mic earlier, but it was like, it has like a faint like little beep noise that's like beep beep, beep beep, or whatever. And so, it uses it to tell like to tell us if we're in the area, like, hey, I need help, I'm stuck, please rescue me. It's like the life alert for like the bot. It's like, help, I'm stuck and I can't get up, please help me if you can. And so essentially, and somehow it be getting to like the weirdest things to be engulfed, and we're just like, how are you fighting this? Why are you eating things that aren't supposed to be eaten, gosh darn it? And you're eating wires. You're eating dumb wires. Like, what the heck? What is up with it? What the heck? The thing is, it sometimes does a good job cleaning. Sometimes our like piles. I mean, if anything, it just skews it over and pests. So we're just like, okay, all right. Well, I see how this is gonna be. All right, I see how this is gonna be. You're gonna just skim it over, I guess. We're gonna skim it over, I guess. There we go. All right. Oops, I accidentally closed it up. Okay, I think that's all the spaces that technically need it, so let's get rid of the negative. So Alright, so that should be all the air used. So now we're gonna do the thing. It's time to go, 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 freaking green. Go green. Go green, go green, go green. Go green, go green. Go green, go green, go green. Alright. Look at how stupidly big I made this sucker. So it's gonna keep, like, I think it counts, like, all my pauses as well. Every time. So it's just like a giant, like, few seconds of green and a slight pause. And it's gonna go back to green again. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh. Actually, no, we can keep that, and then we can use this color to just make this layer like the same thing. So, was this not drawn the layer I needed? Hold on. Oh, it was a colored layer I did this on. Oops. Okay. Well, let's not do that yet. We're just gonna go here, just do a quick little. There we go. I thought I made you go on this layer though. I was more surprised than anything else. Okay, so now I think we're gonna make a separate layer just to do like the little highlighting effect. So we gotta get the dudes out the way. Okay, so the voice thing is the gold, because there's like a bunch of this specific color yonder. And we're gonna just like. And also, I figured out there's like a way to do like an outlining thing, so I want to see if I could like test that possibly to like outline a specific like shape. If it's possible, I don't think it can, or I don't think it will allow me to, but who knows? Who knows? On the boots also have it. I'm just gonna, and then we're just gonna. Even this is not shading, I'm just lightly doing some minor effectsing on here. Oh my god, this will take me forever if I did like a full on like shading and effects and everything. 'Cause I think I will lose my mind. I'm just going the simplest route. I'm just gonna make it as much simplified and just get as much detail as I can. Oop. Also, apparently, High Anime TV is gone. Like, one of the sites to do, like, to, Pirate's Life for me, it's just gone. Which sucks. I don't use it. I probably did use it in the past, but it sucks that it's, like, now gone. Now we can't, like, it's never gonna come back, man. Like, people always try and ask me and figure out, like, how do you get to the sites and everything? Like, or why are y'all being so secretive when it comes like the sites? And I think there's like a reason as to legit why, because you never know who will find a way to rat out to people and be like, this is a pirating site, if anything, and like take it down immediately. That's why they had to go like so much backward over Ben's things. Like, dude, I had to like figure out a way when we did those reaction streams. I had to like figure out a way how to do like the things without me going to like a fully fledged full-on like pirate site, because one, data, ew, two, I will get caught out immediately, and three, I don't know what the heck's gonna be on there, so I had to quickly, immediately, and effectively like go to like the one place that I knew, which is not sponsored, Tubi. Use Tubi. Tubi's like the best thing ever, because now it's just like way more shows in there than ever before, to like figure out how it works. Oh my gosh, because so many sites just don't want you to use like they're like, oh, we don't want to use don't use those other sites. Use us. Use our precious little sites for you to like enjoy our. Oop, I thought I had to put that later on. To enjoy your precious little your cartoons and things and shows. You will give you your sites, but you're gonna have to like pay us like a nice hefty amount of money for us to constantly freaking for you to like, get the access. And you want more access to those shows? Well, good luck. Guess what? You won't be able to. You gotta pay a nicer fee for that, just to get those sweet deals, that half of which are behind a paywall and such. And so you're just like, okay, then what can I access to? It's like you can just access like the title like a bit. That's why even the fact that the creator of like the Owl House had to like pirate their own show for the sake of the fact that no one was able to like ooh, I think the music stopped. Because of the fact that no one was able to they couldn't access their own streaming service thing was like very, very. We already listened to this. Let's listen to Saint Pepsi. Why? Love me some Saint Pepsi. My fingers. But yeah, it just made me like I know pay like if you know this stuff is good, we want to support it, like pay it up front. However, with how terrible streaming services are right now, and how absolutely like money hungry they are right now at this point, I'm just like, just pull up one piece and just make it a pirate's life for me at this point. No matter what, it seems like no one's winning. Okay, we're gonna have some sort of, I think, a whitish effect for the hair. Oh shoot, and it's dark also outside. Wait a minute, I gotta get my curtain situated. I swear, this daylight saving time is like... I swear, it gets now 2 times faster, darker. Like I'm gonna look out my window and be like, oh, what a lovely day. And like not even like a minute later, I'm gonna be like, oh, it's night. I'm like, oh shit, skis. It's like dark immediately. Okay, and so I'm gonna do some radiant, and by that we just need some blue. Let me make this a tad bigger. And what was the thing that also need to be like? Oh, gradient. This also need to be like a gradient type of beat. And then finally, the gem colors. So I think it was like pink, white, it was like dark purple bluish, I think also as well. Oop, wrong thing. Okay, and then finally, the last thing we need to do is this part. Okay, and then we'll go on the top, so it goes above everything, so. Alright, and I think that should be good. Now we gotta make sure what is becoming converted. So we leave the hair, and that, so everything else just, alright. Alright, time for the outlines to be black. Convert the drawing color. And now, is there a way to actually like thicken out the outlines? I've realized. Let me test this. There's like, I feel like there's a way to do this, like border line effect. Oh no, there is. Is it doing all of them or just one of them? Or what if I just go up top and do that? I can't. Is it kind of doing the? Is it okay? No, it is. So what happens? Not really going off like the edge part, I think. It's just going like the entirety of the thingy. Is there a way to do it? Anti-aliasing what does that do? I'm gonna get rid of this real quick because I don't want the border on quite yet because I don't know. Like, let me type this. How to get border on image in without being the music stopped. Inner lines. I think. I have border on only around average image. Using it to accept the subsequent. The inner mask. Hold on, let me test this. Actually, wait. Before we test, I gotta write the name. We're gonna write the name of the person. Nope, that's 2. Okay. CHIATO. There we go. Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I've never had a macchiato, so I don't know. In fact, there's like a ton of coffees I don't think I've ever had before, so I'm just that I'm like, ooh, delish. The macchiato is like actually like in any coffee generals. The closest I had was like in coffee terms was like, what I actually have, like whatever my mom sips from her whenever we go on road trips and things. That's the closest and whatever coffee I snag from her. Besides that, I never went out on my own accord. Even when if I'm ever at like a Starbucks, I'm like I want this, please. I don't know what the heck they are. There we go. I'm gonna have to put all y'alls in here. Okay, so is there a way, Your Honor, to like make sure the border is like the only thing in effect? Because I really don't want to freaking do it. So they said to select the whole thing. So let me see if we can do that. So we're selecting everything. So everything has been selected, at least the outer part. So what the heck did it say to do? Use a selection to select the subject, invert it, fill with a new layer, or use layer mask tool. More of the detail. Okay, so if we just do that and we go to a new layer, does it have that effect? Or is it just gonna be like, no, okay, it's not doing nothing. Do we have to like invert it to do the thing? Does it work if it's inverted? No, it's not. Or do we have to do like outline selection? I don't have an outline selection on here. Oh, I do have an outline selection. Oh, I do. Oh, well, look at that. I do. Ooh, okay, and it does that. Ooh, okay. And so, edit. So I do. It's G. So what if I just like move this to the top? What happens? Okay, so it's because of this. I still have this little effect on it. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this real quickly. So no more border. New layer. We're gonna just now select the outline again, and then only do that other one, which is the outer line G thing, whatever. I really want to get this done. I'm going to post this. I'm going to zonk out immediately. of just being like, okay, so edit, outline selection. Okay, let's go 25. I think that's like my actual thing. There we go. Ooh, this looks clean. This looks super clean. And so this is the thing. Ooh, okay. So now, what if I erase this? What happens if I erase? Oh, wait. Oh, wait. I gotta find a bigger brush. Oh my god. Ayo, ayo. This kind of looks kind of sick, actually. I'm not gonna lie. It looks kind of cool. Holy cannoli. The thing is, I already made the outline already that thick enough in the coloring thing, so I don't have to worry about, like, trying to convert them to be, like, the same thing all over. Oh, it looks so good! It looks so fucking clean. Oh, let's get rid of the tail because I made that the same brush size too. Dude, you know how helpful this is gonna make when I make like a fake screenshot of like cartoons and shit? Dude, this looks sick. This looks pretty. This looks pretty tough, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so now we're doing our final round. We're just now going around everything and just checking if like, to like make sure it's like good and stuff. Okay, no. Let's get rid of not you, and then we're just gonna do the whole thing again. The thing is, because the outer layer is already kind of like thick enough, the only thing is in effect is like the ears, so if anything else. And so, and then we're making yourself a canoe layer. G, okay. And then we erase. We erase little bits that we do not need. You know it's gonna be for real in the art because I'm for once drawing an outline, a thick outline on top of these. Yeah, we're actually gonna erase this full one part because I don't like how it's like. Come on. There we go. There we go. Honestly, I kind of like the outline thicker. It's kind of sick. Okay, and then my god. Well, I had to fix the string because I realized that they were white. I think on the original thingy, or when I had like a little mini something. So let me just. Okay, this is a layer. I'm gonna erase these real quick because I do not like how they look at all. I'm gonna just make them all. Oh wait, they had like lines at the end. Nope. There we go. And then, no, we don't want the actual other lining. No, we do not want you. We just want dish. You said I, and then now we need another. Edit, convert to drawing color. I don't think it did it, right? Oh wait, duh. I have to do the G thing. I get to do a lot of outline removing because a lot of this involves with like the fur, and some of the fur is not supposed to, you know, and the hair too, so that's gonna be kind of interesting. When does it end? Oh my god. Okay, it's like right around here. Yeah, it kept going on, man. Okay, so this is where I'll kind of roughly have it end. And we'll kind of just start doing this for here too. And there we go. And this is just gonna. There we go. There we go. And I think that's all the lines. Nope, we forgot to do the bottom one. Dumps. That's almost, I think, the lines. Boom, boom. Like that. That's all the lines. Almost the lines. Almost. Oh, it buffered. Oop, I didn't mean to start over. I can't believe we're at the end of the conclusion, and we've only just hit the 3 hours. We only hit 3 hours, kinda ish. Like we're able to reach it. Woohoo! Congratulations, you did it. You saw me through. I guess we weren't gonna be able to. We're drawing color, or no, wait, outline. Shit. Blech. Now I'm debating whether or not to keep the ears included. But I might just include them part of the herring thing, since it already seems like it's connected-ish. So we might as well just do it. Okay, and I think that's all. Okay, and how's the coloring for the text? Alright, so copy and done one. We're gonna have to change the color for these two since we'll make it a slightly darker version of this green. Or no, we can use like I can use this yellow. Actually, no, we can use like the purple. So let me do a thingy. Let me do a thingy. No, that's not it. No. There we go. And then so then we're gonna just do an erasure. There we go, that's way more better. That is so much more better. And then Canes is kind of good. I don't know how to find like a gold, and I don't know if I'm the closest in terms of it. And finally, there's like some freaking effects in the background. Ew. Let me get rid of those. Get rid of those. No! Oh my god, that was like there. How the heck did I not see that? Alright, and I think we are good. Let's go and just get rid of... I don't know what these layers are for, but we're gonna get rid of these. We're just gonna now just do the thing I like to call playing around with the positions, because some of them are like awkwardly off to the side, and we're trying to like make sure everyone is kind of like have a chance to shine-ish moments without no one being like all overcrowded. Because Jesus Christ, all of them are like somewhat overcrowded. Okay, I think that's it. No. You know it's different because we're adding some slight effects to the background, gang. We're adding some slightly different effects to this. Doing some back. Oh, welcome back! We came back in time. We're just finished. We just finished with the whole arting, so we're gonna post this on Twitter, and I'm gonna sleep like tonight, and then we'll do art the next time. Oh my god, this took so much. I'm trying to diamond. Oh my god. Goku, thank you. I figured out like a couple of things in this in the span. So if anything, I was able to like just figure out some things. If I get myself entertained, don't worries. I get myself entertained because I do that like 99% of my time. And I think yeah, like a bat or something. Hold on, yeah, like a bat or something, right? I'm actively like looking over back. I'm like, Okay, no, yeah, there was that. There was. I'm gonna draw like a bat. A bat. It won't be active. Well, nah, we could just draw the carrot again. Wait, that's not a flower. Wait, that's not a flower. Wait, that's not a flower. Oh wait, she had like a little gradient stuck on her steel. Get rid of this. There it is. You. There's the other one. You know it's for real because I've added like a small tidbit of effects in the background. That's how you know it's for real, for real. Okay, final thing. We're gonna add the other logo instead of these ones since we're gonna try and find the where is my references? Where the arting Okay. Oh no, wait, that was a PNG. Oh, oops. Wrong image. Thought I had the other one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so logo. And then there we go. Mostly cool. Thank you. The coloring part is always like the lining part's, the sketch part's fun. The lining part is just like the part. And the coloring is when I'm really like, alright, I'm locking in. This took like a nice 3 hours. So in total from yesterday and today, this took me like in total like weirdly like 6 hours. And oh my god. That was not short wish well. I was tired. But yeah, we're done. We're officially done. It's 2026 edition of the VTuber lineup. So we have the conclusion of Cottontail VA, Shia Kane Knight, and Roy Kiato. We have them all completed, all done. So three bunnies and a dog. Awesome. So, what do I title this actually? Because it's been like a while. What would this be? This isn't the. Okay, so 21. Okay, I've done 21. All right, so this is now, I guess, VTuber lineup 22. I guess. Wow, I have no idea I did 22 of these. That's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's PNG. Yes. Now I'm gonna just. Actually, I'm debating. Well, I'm gonna take like a mini screenshot. What? No! Get away! No, I didn't want to screenshot my home screen. It was like shift controls. I'm gonna do a mini screenshot so I can. No! Oh my god. No shift. That there. I'm gonna do a mini screenshot of the bottom part, so I'm able to like quickly be like, hey, remember when I used to draw VTubers? Anyway, I'm gonna do a new post tomorrow. Fly! With no context, maybe. I might just, okay, I might just post this like just out immediately tomorrow. Anything. But yeah! I have to say the time lapse because that's the fun part of these. You won't be able to switch. I don't know how I'm able to make my time lapse show. Cause like I can see everything, but I won't be able to see like the whole time lapse thing, which sucks. And I don't know how to make it work. yeah, that'll be it for today. I thought I was gonna do the other part of what I have, but I am, as what you say, a slice tired. But today was super enjoyable still. You finished the art lineup. I was able to VTuber lineup, drawing every VTuber that I follow, but until I can't think of any more, at some point, limit is back. I'm this is gonna be the new side post. So these are obviously exclusively for Twitter. So if you want to see like the whole piece, you can check on Twitter. If you're wondering why it's not on other socials like Blue Sky or Insta or other sites, because one, I have to tag them, and two, even though on Insta I can technically tag, they won't. I don't think half of them even do have that, and two, Blue Sky is just the Twitter, but they don't even have that, even though almost all of them are on there. So Twitter's like the only place where everyone is gonna be at. So yeah. But honestly, this was very content and cool. I'm just waiting for the time-lapse part to open to finish loading, because you can't see it on my end. It's just taking its sweet time to draw them. It's like, because god dang, I want to see I wasn't able to like thoroughly whitewash the time-lapse bit, so I'm like upsetty about that. And then plus, I didn't even show y'all see the time-lapse, so that's also the second part too. Come on, please, you're almost there. You're like super close, please. Oh my god, it's like super cool. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do these more from now on. So you can't, from the last time you seen it, or the last time I did something like this, oh thank god it did load. And from the previous one, obviously the difference is, one, the backgrounds changed. Two, I've done a more thicker outlining for the character, for their characters, and so that way it can match with their hair. So that's why I made the outline for the hair much more darker in tone. And three, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna try to add like little small effects around, so that way it doesn't end up being like a blank gray background. Since I guess now I'm in my beigeish brown era. I guess I'm in that era. But actually, wait, can we do like a check and see who we draw the next time? I wanted to see. Since we are done, let's do a fun little gamble and just go to the wheel. And so we can figure out who we draw the next time. So it can be live on here. Let me get the wheel picked up and out of the ready. So let me quickly just, yeah. I'm debating whether or not to play like the Wheel of Fortune music or the Price is Right music desperately, because I don't know how. Obviously, I want to get caught like the thing. All right, let's do it. All right, let's quickly hold on. Let me check. Let me change the music. Let me make sure the music kind of ends before we do the thing again. And by that, let's make sure it doesn't like immediately I need like a non-sus like background music or jams too. That way I don't like when I click over be like, oh no. Okay, it's there, it's just not playing. It's the darn what do I have on me? Eye blockers I have. It's probably why it's like heckin' slow. There we go. Alright, let's go to the main, let's go to Let's Talk. Let's go to the wheel. Alright. Damn it, capture's not working. Because it doesn't know I was gonna do that. Alright, so welcome to the wheel, gang. So obviously we got rid of, we have 73 left. We have 73 left people. In terms of it. It was at 77, wait, 77, now we're at 73. So we have somehow scratched the surface. So let's do this thing that we do. Before we always start, we shuffle the max to it, so that way we don't end up like having the same lineup. I know it technically does it, but then again, obviously it does it. So the rules are as follows. Obviously, I'm not gonna go on like the Twitters and everything and just do the whole searching thing. I'm gonna do that off screen, and I'll come with the actual updating as to everything. So the rules are followed. They have to be on. Whoever is on here is on here. We just draw them no matter what. If they're not like available, and by that they just don't use Twitter, then we have to skip. So that's the only rule. So let's go to it. Who are my new streamers today? Who am I? I'm not looking at the screen, so once it changed, I'm gonna look immediately. So, Monqueen! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna draw Monqueen. Wait, does she even have a model? I think she does. Ooh, that's exciting! Hold on, wait, I have to go down to my actual thingy. We got Monqueen! Yes! Let's go. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get the new lineup set up. And obviously, follow the people. Obviously. Because they're all cool VTubers. I think I like their a lot because of their content and everything, so this is just me just kind of being like a giant horrified ad, just being like, follow these cool people. Follow these cool people. Just do it. I mean, if you like their content, just if you can watch their stuff. And so, yeah, follow their stuff. I think they're cool. If anything. So, Monqueen is one. Yay! Now, hopefully, she does have a reference. I know she pretty does. I think they do. So we'll see. Alright, so we have one. Who's number two? I'm not looking at my screen. I'm not looking at my OBS 2, so I'm just only waiting for the screen color to change. So, whoa, this is interesting. Oh my gosh, Zochi, we're gonna draw him. We're slowly. This is a very interesting now. This is very interesting. Surely it's not gonna do. I'm not gonna say who I think the other two wheels are not going to pick, but I have a weird feeling it somehow might pick those. Prove me wrong, wheel. Prove me wrong. And if you don't know, Zochi is Aztec, I think, base god. Is a god with his entire spiel. Oh no. No. God dang it, is it not lit? There it is. So you got Zochi on here. That's number two. So let's get back to the main screen. Burner. Is my mouse in the way? Oh, it probably is my mouse. It's probably in the way. Uh-oh. I think I have too many things open. Hold on, it's like uh-oh, it's like slowly bugging out. I think I have too many things like open at the moment. Uh-oh, it's fading. Actually, let me close off my thing. There. Alright, so the mouse is not... Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it's because I have like too many things opening at the moment. That's probably why it's like bugging the frick out right now. So if it's like lagging, I cannot see. But it has not crashed stream. I think it is just legit me, crashing. I know, I'm gonna get off stream. Let me just quickly like close something off. I think. So can I just do this? Okay. I think I probably did quick. Oh. Oh boy, I think it's like almost bugging. I think it's like, it slowly is like dying. I think we should have done the wheel. I think the wheel's angry, chat. The wheel's angry. Oh great heavens. Hold on, I'm gonna type in the chat. Reason. It ain't dead, but yeah. Okay, we might end up holding off. Might end in case it crashes out. So, no more wheel. Okay, yeah, we're gonna end off just in case because it is like slowly. My mouse is like kind of getting in the way, if anything, so I'm not able to like move it. So let's try and quickly go over to OBS and just like get over to the thingy and the wheel. Oh my god. It's not letting me move my mouse fast enough for me to try and at least like go to the ending screen. It's not letting me end. It's not letting me end. The wheel hates me. Okay, so I'm trying to like steadily record. Okay, thanks for watching, y'all. I'm like a snail's place. I'm like a... I'm like at a snail's pace to the stop screen. Okay, so